Hey yo. Hey yo. What can I hear? Hey yo. Okay, maybe we still have to get up to the soundboard like a goofball. All right. Perhaps maybe I can hear a little bit. Could y'all hear me though is the question. Can y'all hear me and how is the volume? Can y'all hear me and how is the volume? That's the question. All right, we're going to go with cash, capital K, dollar sign for the S, that is I. Intellectual Street Thoughts, episode 126. Hey, let me know how y'all volume is on y'all side. My volume on this side seems to be straight, but let me know how y'all volume is. Let me know how y'all is. We're about to watch Alienated Big Homies. They're going to get to the esoteric knowledge and the theories that we be on. What's been going on with the Mexico situation. I don't even know if I can really say that on here too loud. And then we're going to get to anything further y'all want to get into. But we're going to start with this first, though, because we're going to digest this information. Because I know he know what the hell going on. Did I hear that? Is it in my history? I'll subscribe to Alienated. Okay. And shout out to Off the Grid for subbing up to the channel. Shout out to y'all. Y'all probably busy yourselves doing something, you feel me, shooting a pot or something. But we about to get into a reaction to y'all channel. Shout out to y'all. Over appreciate it. Dead homies, we got the same goals. Trying to bring some like-minded people to the community, wake up the churches. Shout out to Maverick Approach. Shout out to BH, Big Homie CC, the Killer Man. And yeah, we waking up the trenches. Shout out to y'all for that, for the sub, for sure. I can't appreciate it enough, dead homies. That mean niggas just paying attention to what's going on. We need that.
The image of that
style, style, or substance. Somehow, it became one.
I always got this for I'm up the fellowship watching it because I ain't not fucking up. We didn't hear.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became
then
one.
I got premium. Maybe I need to re-experience it.
Good luck, Tommy. What's good, baby?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old.
Please.
This staff top notch though, man. This how I feel working with Roll. With you for 13 hours.
God damn.
How tall is your pops?
My pops 6'3".
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I got him by 3 inches.
Yeah, that documentary you did, man. I don't know what you want to call it. That was dope. I ain't gonna front, man.
My life story.
If y'all didn't check that out, y'all got to see, cause bro, you got an interesting life. I mean, you know,
for sure.
Some people, like
he
I said,
was born for a reason, and he's doing it.
Yeah, and it's like over like the last 3 years, I just kind of been waking up, and I don't know. I had an experience where a voice spoke to me in my right ear.
Your higher self.
I don't know if it's that because
I don't know if
in the
it's that.
Bible it says when God speaks to you, it's inside your right ear. So
Who was the nigga on the left? The devil?
absolutely.
Because I almost wanted to slap a nigga the other day in my left ear.
That's all I'm saying.
For sure, I wanted to slap the nigga saying,
what
the nigga was like, man,
emotions-
go hit this nigga in his mouth.
Now, what
For real.
emotions did you experience at that moment that made you deter from that?
Cause it is a nigga on the right side. My OG Lawrence, and he'd be like, nah, cut it out.
For sure, bro.
Yeah,
Your right hand
sure.
man.
We would never
Yeah.
like that. We wouldn't have lost this whole goddamn planet if we was that evil.
See, here the problem with
CC,
what's
how
up?
they get in touch with you, CC? You still do bodyguard work? How did these people get in touch with you?
So, yeah, I still do bodyguard work. It's hard to do it now because, like, my clients that's famous, like, they like to be the only person taking pictures. So, like, when I be taking pictures and I'm working and shit, like, they be getting mad about that. So, like, I hire other people. I got a company, you know what I'm saying? So I dispatch other people. But to reach me, it was always word of mouth or hit me up on Instagram. Straight up.
What about, wait, you
That's what
started
we tried.
doing
He hit
work
me on
before
Instagram. That's what we
Instagram?
tried.
Oh,
or
so
Instagram
like
started?
before the
Yeah.
internet era, shit.
Yeah,
well, somebody
yeah.
had to give you my number.
Yeah,
Somebody had to
man.
give you my number.
I remember I was
a
on
good
tour
man.
with R. Kelly, Keisha Cole, and Jay Holiday, and Keisha's bodyguard. He was super dope. He loved his job because he was like, yo, Keisha's laid back. I ain't got no problems. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really beefing with nobody. He said, man, these goddamn rappers. He said, man, I don't know what's going on.
I swear to God.
Like,
That's why I pivoted my business. I
He's
said, you
just
know
where
what?
I'm
Because, bro,
from.
rappers, like, bro, 5% of them is actually gangster.
Yeah.
You feel me? The 95%, you know, they are
Starting shit.
they are talent.
Yeah.
5% of them know are really gangster.
Which is
Yeah.
not a
And
problem.
they'll have their own homies,
Yeah.
and then they'll have you to carry the legal gun.
Yeah.
And they'll say, hey, Cece, give me that.
Yeah.
The 95% of them,
Yeah.
straight pussy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
like, they start shit all the time. Because you ever notice when tough guys get into it, they able to reach a agreement.
Yeah.
When soft guys and killers get into
Right.
it, people start getting killed
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's they from different worlds. Because
Right.
like when you work for the ladies, you know what's only so you ever seen two lesbians fight? Nobody gets hurt really. You ever seen that? You ever noticed that?
Right.
Two grown men get to fighting,
Boy.
shit get tore up, bones get broke, and then once that ego get hurt,
Somebody gonna get shot.
now it's gunplay now. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like I pivoted my business to protect ladies because it's a lot easier job. It's a lot easier
I
job.
get it.
Rappers, bro, oh my God. They be
So-
the scariest motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah, and you licensed too, right, CC?
The nicest, most scariest motherfuckers you ever seen in your life.
What'd you say, Sid?
CC, you licensed?
I'm licensed for
I'm
sure.
licensed.
Hell yeah, I got all my.
See, we had Big John for years. If people ever watch that Millie video, that's the one. That's the big light skinned nigga that Lil Wayne is walking through with the whole video in the Millie video.
Oh, the
John
Samoan
was
dude.
500 pounds.
Samoan
Yeah,
guy.
John was 500. That's my nigga, John. He's
Yeah.
500 pounds. He's 6 feet and change. And this nigga knew karate. I seen this nigga dismantle 3 big niggas with his own hands.
For
Like,
sure, bro.
we was at a club and
For
we
sure.
had no way out. And if it wasn't for John, I wouldn't be here.
See, the thing is, violence though is the last resort. Anybody who knows or indulges in violence knows that that's not the first option that they want to come to. Conversation is always the first. Communication is the first line of defense. De-escalation is the real thing. Because like what CC said, when men get to battling, you're warriors fighting to the death. It's like your life or mine. Nobody wants to get to that, especially when you get up in age and shit, and you can learn that you can talk shit out with your words. And especially individuals that know what they're capable of. So if I'm an individual that know what I can do, I know what I can do. And you're an individual that know what you can do, you probably rather save that for when it's really, really necessary.
For
So
sure.
that's my nigga forever. Like,
out Big
yeah, it's
John.
definitely soft security because the other security we had, he got fired that day. John
Bro,
stayed.
a lot of
Yes.
security, bro. Just a lot of security just be for the show, the opulence.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like they be
wow.
big
Yeah.
dudes, but they heart the size of a walnut.
Yeah.
Phone now. Not gonna hurt a
Shout out to John.
not gonna
man.
do a damn thing to nobody. I'm right
Big
there sweating
John,
for to
that's
beat
my
your
nigga.
ass. I'm
Yeah.
insane.
Right there. Beat your ass when it's insane.
Let's get it.
I'm
Yeah.
documented, Jack.
So listen, let's get into
Clip that.
into a UAP eyewitness video. I don't know who this came from. It just says it's from one of our fans. One of
Shout
our
out to the
supporters.
fans. Shout out to the fans. I love
We
you.
gotta get y'all a
Big
name.
shout out to
I tell you
y'all.
what, you know, we need a name for all of our crew.
The
And when we
alienated.
say all of our crew, we mean
Yeah.
y'all too. Can y'all put
What
in
y'all
the
talking
comments
Yes.
what y'all think would be
Some
a good
names
the
for Jack.
alienated
Alien
crew? You
squad.
know,
What you talking about? Alienated.
like you know, they got the
Alienated. That's your
beehive
name.
and they got the we need
Y'all name is the alienated. Y'all the crew, the alienated. That's y'all game name. What are you
Sin,
talking about?
Can you
Yeah.
download something on
Alienators.
Alienation or something. The alienation.
yeah, something. I mean, we gotta have something.
Alienation.
Yeah, listen, can
Alien
y'all,
nation.
Alienated nation.
Yeah, alienation.
Alienated nation.
Alien Nation.
Yeah, that's
but if y'all
right.
can put
Yeah.
something in the comments, we gonna pick something out the
Yeah.
comments. On this episode, I'm gonna pick a
I'm gonna do
name
it.
and we're gonna rock it, make some
I'm gonna do
shirts.
it right now.
Give a shirt giveaway.
Yeah, and then let us know where y'all from
Yeah.
because I like see. Last week I looked up, we had a lot of people from North Carolina. We had them from Tennessee. We had
They
them
love
from
us in North Carolina.
yeah, Detroit.
Really?
Yeah,
They
man,
love us
all
down
over.
What kind of shit they be going on out there?
You know, anything close to the water.
Oh, yeah, okay, got it.
That's why the video I sent in is so important, and we're gonna go get into this. I want you to see this, Tommy.
I hope John Clark got his shirt. John Clark, because he won the shirt. John Clark 9379. If you didn't get your shirt, you got to get in touch. They trying to get your info, bro. John Clark 9379. Shout out to
John
you.
Clark.
Yeah, get
All right, so the first one, Jory, let's cue up the UAP eyewitness. Let's go ahead and put this video up on the screen and check this one out. Tell us what y'all. Oh,
Sem
yeah, this was
brincadeira.
dope right here.
Não sei se
I
vocês
I
conseguem
believe
ver.
this is
Um
real.
Pontinho preto aqui, ó. Vou dar o zoom aqui, ó, em tempo real. Olha só o que minha câmera pegou, Zé.
Hold on, I'm
He
on
took
the
a
back.
photo.
Mano, olha isso aí, ó, no céu,
On the
velho.
back. Oh,
Por Deus do céu, velho. Acabei de
I
filmar
like
esse
this.
troço aí, ó.
oh,
Sério, galera. Se filmar, não.
so he's shooting a UAP.
He took a photo.
Mano,
He took a photo of a UAP, which is an old school flying saucer, which I believe now is most likely Lockheed Martin or Raytheon, but perhaps there is some that are around that are like that. But he took that through his phone, through his camera.
olha isso aí, ó, no céu, velho. Por Deus.
No te entraste solo y tú, yo nada entiendo hablando por isso.
Por Deus do céu, velho. Acabei de
I
filmar
like
esse
this.
troço aí, ó. Sério,
Well,
galera. Se
well,
filmar,
well.
não, perdão. Tirar
Oh, he
foto.
Cuban, that's why.
Olha isso aqui, velho. Minha câmera não conseguiu pegar muito bem nítido.
Y'all niggas speak different
Eu
Spanish.
chego que tô tremendo, mano.
Bro, looking at that shit
Mas olha
like,
isso
man,
aqui,
y'all
ó.
can't
Isso
see
aqui é
us
lá
a
em
weather
Carlão, ó.
balloon. No,
Your accent is too thick. Y'all use hella slang words. I cannot understand y'all fake shit. But y'all know that. Judah, how you say that? Judah Bud man. What's up, bro?
Oh, no,
Você
that's
se conhece
real. That
um
was
aí, ó.
real.
Ó,
Wait, where's this guy
eu
from?
tirei outra
Tell
foto
us what
aqui.
he said in the
Vou mostrar aqui pra
comments.
vocês.
If y'all know
Olha
that
aí,
You know
ó, o
language.
Spanish
objeto
or
tava
whatever.
no céu, ó.
I don't think that's Spanish.
Doideira
Yeah.
demais, velho. Alguém vai publicar alguma coisa, não tem lógica. Não tem lógica.
Damn.
Deixa eu ver se eu tenho outra imagem aqui. Vou mostrar outra imagem aqui pra vocês aqui, ó.
Okay, so
Aqui
if,
não tá legal a imagem. Vai se dizer que é um objeto redondo, ó.
yeah, this
okay,
is probably one of the best
hold
videos.
up. It keep coming back and forth. It's right here. I can see it right here. It's right here in front of me. It's right here. It keeps saying right here.
Tem
videos
outra
I've
imagem
seen.
aqui.
Yeah.
I really like this video. I think it's
Yeah,
one of
he's
the
Because
best.
you
from Cuba.
Oh, why?
so-
Because
So
he
I wanna
caught
add to
it
that.
from coming, then
Yeah.
going. Pause.
I want to add to that because
Go ahead.
That photo, I just sent it in, a photo that we can pull up that's going to add context to that. Because I believe he was speaking Scottish.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
And there's a place.
You good, my nigga.
Thank you, brother.
You good. That nigga said Scottish.
So there's a
I didn't know
place.
since niggas is Scottish. But
It's world
you
travel,
good.
nigga.
You good, my nigga.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
So there's a place in Scotland called Perthshire. And in Perthshire, Scotland, this photo was taken by a journalist and was released in the UFO files. This is the Calvin UFO photo. Now, this UFO looks just like that video we just saw previously. 100%. So that's what I'm saying. And this is from 30 years ago.
And the difference between that and what's that SpaceX shit? See how the shape of that shit? And they be making it out of titanium because remember, I told you, I know somebody who used to work at titanium metals. And these motherfuckers, that's the kind of metal that they use. They melt that shit up to like 3,000 degrees in order to make those molds.
And they pour it into a mold.
Oh, big time. So, and you see that's what they use.
That's why it's no seam.
So yeah, when you going in and outside of the Van Allen belt, you ain't finna burn up or nothing. That old raggedy shit that fucking Elon is using, that's some old basic ass shit.
Well, look, and there's no trails.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah,
did you see any trails behind the one that was in this photo?
No. That's the thing. Like, element 115 don't leave trails.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you have an antimatter reactor.
So what's it called? Element 115?
Element 115. That's how you power the antimatter reactor, which can be in time and space.
Right.
So that's why if you have a phone camera, the electromagnetic dispersion is going to fuck up the photo. That's
why nobody can. Why can't nobody get a clear photo of a UFO or UAP, or nobody get it because it was not our technology is not made to capture it.
Well, all of the good photos are either original photographs or they come off those big cannons, like we just saw right there, DSLR.
Right.
Wow.
Because these phones wouldn't even be able to capture it. It's the same way like
100%.
helicopters blaze that's going around. It's at the same frequency. You won't be able to capture it.
Yep, because that motion blurs are real. It's real.
That's a great point.
Oh.
That's great.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna be doing this,
shit.
man.
I never
This
thought
how
about
I feel.
that.
This how I feel right here. This how I feel.
They do the research.
CC, hold on. When I was telling them about the UFO at the Chicago airport,
Yes,
was
sir.
you around for that?
I was around for that. I was in Chicago at that time.
See, I was telling them about that.
Yeah,
They
there was
didn't
a
know about
classic
that.
saucer shape, gray, silver saucer. And I actually got the air traffic control audio in my email. So I'll have that for the next show. I got that audio in my email. I investigated that because that's right there. I drove up to O'Hare.
Where was this?
This was about
2017, right?
Yeah, about 5-6 years ago.
That's about 10 years.
10 years ago, almost 10 years ago.
9.
Yeah, we drove up there and they had the whole place locked down. That's why when I
It
saw
hovered over the airport for like 20 minutes or something, right?
Yeah, they
then
had
it shot straight up.
Close the airspace. You can the air traffic controllers speaking to each other is I send my email. I'll get it and I'll make sure we got it on show next time.
You know what?
Fire.
They're not allowed, these air traffic controllers and also the pilots are not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, so
They wasn't.
You can only get the footage if you got military homies who can.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy that all this shit just kept secret, man. It's because they just don't want to.
If a pilot speaks out, he's going to go under psychiatric evaluation.
And then they're going to put him in a hospital and shoot him
And
up
if he
with a whole
test
bunch of
positive-
drugs and make his motherfucking ass
The
crazy.
niggas that put the bags under the planes, they took their phones.
Yep.
They said they can't talk about it.
Yep, that's a fact. Because when you sign a contract to work at the airport, they can take your phone and nothing you can do about it.
Anybody that
matter
works
of
for the
national
government
security.
is
It's a matter
working
of
for the
national security.
international mob. They like worse than the mob. They the international mob.
And
They gonna expose you to some shit, just like out here at Area 51 from where I'm from. They're gonna expose you to some shit, but they're like, we just gonna kill you, but we'll kill your mama first, just to show you
Yeah.
that. And it's The mob wasn't even like that. The mob had their rules, like Francis talked about. But the international mob, the MIBs, the government, they fucked the fuck up, man. So anybody that's working for them motherfuckers, just keep your mouth shut.
I actually spoke to Stephen Greer yesterday.
Did you?
Oh shit.
My nigga, that's crazy.
Oh wow.
No, he not.
I think Stephen Greer. I believe Stephen Greer works for the Izzy, for the Masada. He works for the Masada.
Not the easiest to work with, but I'm gonna put him on the phone with Larry, and they're gonna figure it out. Cause he got to come out here for something. Normally he only films in the DMV, but he gonna come out here for something. He said he'll come on though.
Yeah, no, that would be.
He just wrote a speech for Trump. He said if Trump wants to come out, he just said his speech. He wrote the speech for Trump, and that shit is crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
he's debriefed other presidents before.
Go ahead and pull that video up, Jory. This is what we're talking about, guys.
Yeah.
Essentially written a speech for the president to deliver if he decides to do this.
Bob Lazar got a lot of ties to Izzy, though. Bob Lazar, he seems like a plant. I ain't gonna lie. Bob Lazar, I'm not Bob Lazar, excuse me. Stephen Greer. Bob Lazar, you still in the game because you knew about Element 115 30 years ago. I don't understand how you knew that. But Stephen Greer, you work for the Opera, bro.
I want to quote just the first line. My fellow Americans and all citizens of Earth, it has come to our attention that extraterrestrial civilizations of great technological advancement have been visiting Earth for some time. Could you see President Trump being the first president to step to the podium and deliver a speech like that?
I do, and apparently his daughter-in-law believes so as well. And I think the reason for that is that there are so many pressures about this subject coming out in the next few months that delaying it much longer would not be proper. And I've advised in a briefing we did for the White House that they do not want to be behind the curve on this. They want to not have it come out through other countries or in some other way, asymmetrically, let's say, and they want to be ahead of this. So I think it looks like it is picking up steam. And of course, what actually gets decided by the president.
I definitely think they're picking up steam. And people are like, yo, you got to tell us what's going on. But I do have a funny feeling that they're going to get some answers that
they don't want to have.
Yeah, and it's going to change. It's going to change religion. It's going to change finance.
Now, they said that about Obama, though. They said Obama was supposed to be the first president that was going to leak the shit.
Yeah, but Obama went to Epstein Islands. Over with.
Yeah.
He went.
He went to the island.
Let me go back to. Let me go back to element 15, 115.
Yep.
Yeah. So just to give y'all clarity, 1990, 1991, Bob Lazar was one of the first people to come out and talk about element 115. And at the time, it wasn't on the periodic table because it's on the periodic table, right?
It's there now.
Yeah. It's there now, though.
Yep.
And everybody laughed at Bob Lazar and said he wasn't, he's full of shit, this and this and this, and A, B, and C. And then come to find out, everything Bob Lazar was talking about element 15 is now
100% true.
Yes, it's on there. Super facts.
And they found element 115 in several meteorites that crashed to Earth.
Right. Yeah.
They also found the building blocks to our DNA in several meteorites, the RNA and everything.
They try to spoon feed us information like that in movies like Transformers that talk about the Allspark.
100%.
The Allspark was basically a metaphor for element 115. And the way that it's malleable, the way that it's able to pull, and instead of trying to generate, like, for example, to explain it, instead if you have a rear wheel transmission or front wheel transmission in your car where you're getting pushed or pulled, this element is able to shift forward and backwards. So that's why it's able to go back and forth as fast as it needs to on the stop of a dime.
Wow.
And it's crazy. You said in what movie, the Transformers?
Transformers, yeah. The Michael Bay one in 2007.
Man, they put so much shit in front of us. And you know what's crazy is that I'll have people argue with me and be like, no, that's just the movie, man. What are you talking about?
You gotta understand something. Like, these people that own these big studios, most of them have security clearances.
Yeah.
They've been debriefed and read into certain programs. I just sent another video in, regarding this topic because, Congressional Rep Tim Burchett.
I like him. You like him or you don't?
I like Tim Burchett because he's about to release some stuff on his own. He said he don't care.
We only have 2 likes real quick. We are a little low on that spectrum. Everybody just double tap that screen real quick, hit the like button. All you gotta do is double tap the screen, and we keep it rocking. Shout out to the community.
He said the president said they can release the file so he can release what he was been able to see.
Yeah.
And that's what has to happen. Like true patriots are gonna have to
step up.
Step up, because the truth of the matter is, in the Epstein Files, they said we need to go to Atlantis because they found it. And the video that we're going to play today, probably no one's probably ever seen before, because...
You had a video, Jory? Let's go ahead and cue that up then.
Not this one, so the next one. But listen to this. This is Rep. Tim Burchett.
Now go ahead and put that one up. You good?
The classic UFO is the saucer shaped and there's something on top. And I've never seen anything. I've not seen any. Well, I take that back. I've seen things, but that's since I've been in Congress and I'm not allowed to discuss this. I would just hope that the president would disclose everything that I've seen.
World Free Speech, what's the deal? One shout out to you, XRP on the move. LJ, what's the deal? What's the deal? Shout out to the Growth and Development in the building. Black Cherry, what's the word?
In every skiff I've been in every confidential conversation, every picture I've seen, every video I've seen, I wish that he would release all those.
Would that change the world? I mean, would that change people?
No, I don't think so. I think we just realize that we're one grain of sand in 100 million beaches. And
see, that's what they want us to believe. We just are nothing. We are insignificant in this whole scheme of things with this one grain of sand and the thousands of oceans on the beach. Bullshit. Yvette, I do feel you on that. I do feel you.
And I mean, if you think we're the best that God can do, I think you greatly underestimate God.
Never underestimate.
Didn't I say that a long time ago?
But it is proven that Dr. Stephen Greer has a lot of ties to the Mossad. Not even allegedly. I don't even gotta say allegedly.
Yeah, that's why I wanted that to play, because I heard you say that.
Because I was like, y'all,
I remember everything, Jack.
Oh, you do? Because I'm like, because people do. Like I say, the creator.
I just dropped a video though. I need y'all to all go run up my videos that I'm dropping right now, because I'm switching niches for YouTube, trying to figure out what I got going on my channel. I need y'all to go run up, watch the videos, and then hit the hype button for me.
I don't use God, because God is only a term that they've only used recently over here just to enslave everybody. But the creator is a motherfucker. It's like creator creates.
Did you know there were more white slaves than there was black slaves?
I believe that.
No, that's a fact.
Well, it's more white people on this planet. This is prison planet. White people are slaves. They just don't understand what category of slaves they are. They are very privileged slaves. But they're very
to me that's a misnomer, bro. Like,
that's okay, because I know that they can't get off this motherfucker either. And
neither can neither can those shadow beings.
Right, but they can't leave here because like say Elon Musk. Just
the white
use
people,
him as
who
an
was their
example.
slave masters?
What?
The white people.
Because
I've never seen a white bat. I've never seen a white bat with lashes on it.
No,
So
that's
who
not
was
the
their
kind of
slave?
slavery I'm talking about. That's not the kind. That's violent slavery. That's physical violent slavery. That's a
slavery was done in every country, every continent, every fashion and facet of the earth. Period. It's just the way they did it. America was the only people that did slavery based off the color of their skin. Like Cherry 5 real, you already know, brother.
See, everybody's thinking
That's
that.
what slavery is.
No, but man, we.
Nah, you
hold
watch
on.
it.
But the lives is gonna start coming less, but the 2 videos a day is gonna be dropping for sure. While I have YouTube understand I'm switching my algorithm. So I need y'all help.
Indiana Jones. You watch
Wait, but
Indiana
y'all got a
Jones? That's
different
what
concept.
they
There's
beat
a
them niggas, man.
more advanced slavery today. Here's the thing: us in America. Well, it's y'all because I'm white. Black people only own 2%, if that, of the land here. You're not producing anything anymore. You're not making anything. You're total consumers. Okay? And if you black people can't create a secret space program to get your ass off this planet and see what's going on in the rest of the solar system.
Have y'all ever heard of the Barbary slave trade?
Hey, that's a fact, Yvette. All I speak about is us. We will never be successful or successful exiting the system with the rules and tools the system gave us. Why would the system give us tools to escape it? That don't make sense.
Between 1500 and 1800, where North Africans would kidnap Europeans?
Oh, I've
never heard.
There's a
chant,
and that's by design.
Okay.
So what he's talking about is something that is very, very hard to find on the internet. You kind of got to go look through historical books. But it's this tribe in Africa, warriors, beasts, have never been conquered. They actually do the conquering. They sent armies. Different nations have sent armies of white men, of course. They sent armies to go to take over their faction. They jump out they know the terrain too well. They don't never make it through. I'm talking about they unalive hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of what do you call them? Trained army men. They knocking them off, knocking them down. Can't do nothing with them. But you can't find this in history, and it still goes on. They still have never been conquered. They do the conquering. They have they are the top warrior, top op, definitely. But nobody talks about it though. I know exactly who you're talking about.
There's a book called
Where do you think human beings learned slavery from?
Reptilians.
From
God.
Anunnaki, who made us.
Well, yeah, those are the same people to me.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, bro. Everybody is trying to put these non-human intelligences as if there's something kind to us. There's no documentation to show that they were. Because people go, no one ever heard of the Barbary slave trade? 300 years of slavery just for white people by North Africans. Nobody talks about this.
I often wonder, I know this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I sit back sometimes and go, if black people went back to Africa, like we all just hop back, so we going back to Africa, like would our Air Force and Navy and all that shit, would it be top tier?
No. If we had like Tuskegee type airmen.
Because when you look at,
I like that movie.
No, listen, because if you go back in history, man, black people have invented and created a bunch of shit.
For sure.
That white people just don't have a clue. The stoplight. It's funny, I saw the video where they were showing like all the things that the black people created.
Yeah.
And then the white people created the money version of it.
But you gotta understand something though.
The black man created the stoplight.
How far does the white human DNA go back?
And then the white man created the ticket.
Their DNA goes, they know how to, they perfected being merchants and they perfected protecting their homeland. For with us, everything is for sale.
Yeah.
That's why our homeland is always compromised.
Yeah.
With them, they know how to organize and say, no, this is our homeland, and we gonna slaughter motherfuckers to keep it like this. For us, everybody's welcome because everything's fucking for sale.
Yeah.
So how can you fault a people for knowing how to survive the human condition? Because the human condition is a paradox of oppression.
Well,
and humans only respect violence when it comes down to it. So with that narrative and that ideology, I'm gonna have to say, CC Killer Man, I agree with you on that, on this ideology. When I disagree, I'll let you know. Clip that.
Well, I blame it on God because they had to learn it from somewhere.
How are you gonna blame it on God?
I was gonna say with this slavery that you guys are talking about, I think it's always funny that hand in hand with that kind of slavery, there's technology.
Sure.
Whoever is the most technologically advanced is the one that's going to be the owner.
But what's the best technology on the planet? The human body.
Whoever got the biggest weapons, they gonna fucking win. If you got a little 9mm and I got a fucking 50 cal.
And what's the best weapon on the planet?
Huh?
The best weapon is what? Ideology.
Yes, intelligence. So when we got that nuclear invasion, that was like 13,000 years ago. we lost the fucking everything because everywhere they're going to discover shit, it's like, what is all these fucking ruins everywhere? Everything is broken
So were
apart.
they beating the white people? Were
Huh?
they beating the white people?
What you say?
He said
They
white
used-
people were slaves. Were they-
For sure. They used to put them on stakes in the beginning of the day.
Oh yeah, white folks
And let
used to
the
put white
gravity
folks in
and let
slavery.
gravity pull their body onto the stake
Oh my
throughout the
God,
day.
you want to bring that up?
I'm just trying to tell people, bro, like we live in this woke victimhood mind state to where, because once I went to Africa, you got several groups, they don't have slavery in their history.
Period.
You come here.
Top shooter, Chucky, what's going on? What's the deal, blood? Man, these lives gonna become a little less, but I'm gonna keep dropping these videos. I'll just drop another banger for y'all. Make sure you run that up, brother. What's going on?
People harp on this shit. Bro, that's a small window in history.
Yes.
When I tell people there were more white slaves than there was black-skinned slaves, they can't grasp.
Is it ideology or the human body? I don't understand what you mean by that question. Clarify that question. I can give you a better answer, more accurate answer.
That's this.
Yes.
The difference why I think it's more important in American history is because hand in hand with as long as we've been in America, slavery has been there neck and neck. I think that's why, because of the ages of that is so prominent, that it's embedded and rooted.
Slavery has been going on throughout the time that the world has started. I don't understand what's the argument here. I don't get it. I really don't understand what the argument is. Every fashion that people have enslaved somebody some way, shape, or form. Whether it was due to debts, whether it was because of your society you were born in. America just did it off color. I don't know what's the hold up. What's the big hang up?
It's always shoved down our throat too, Paul.
For sure. For a reason.
I said, yo, I said pause.
Because if you tell a group of people that somebody owes you something, they'll never work hard to gain nothing.
Yeah.
That's just what's going on. That's the biggest psyop in history.
But wasn't there an agreement for 40 acres and a mule and we didn't get it? So that would be the ode?
No, that
If
wasn't
you
new
study
shit.
history.
You got motherfuckers down south right now that's got some of the land that they
my family
grandparents
was given land. A lot of families was given land. They sold it all.
Yeah.
Nobody want to talk about that.
Yeah.
All them people down there in Mississippi, a lot of them
Use us as animal bait, nigga slow, skinned us alive. No, it's not the same. We're not talking about the 3-letter tribe and comparing it to the structure of racism. The structure of racism happened across every continent. And I'm the person who said America is the people who did it by skin color. So my ideology is a little more on point than yours, unless you can come with some more divine facts. What you're saying is correct. They did do that, but that had nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. Slavery still happened across every continent. Like I said, the only difference was in America, it was done based off of skin color.
that was given land, they sold it all, but they won't tell that. Because what do niggas do? Lie like a motherfucker.
You're
still angry at people for scamming people? Or is that what you're getting at right now? What you have the right to be? But is that your narrative?
Intelligence that
I'm not a black power nigga. I'm not one of the black power to the people ass niggas. That's not me.
We had before they even came to this planet. You need to have that. That's why I got a beef about these punk ass guys that came and showed us, oh, I'm your guy. Motherfucker, you can't restore us to be the people that we.
I was on mute. I'm not no black power ass nigga. That's not me. No, I don't discredit what happened, but I'm not about to harp on it because niggas is doing just fine. And I'm not about to use that as an allocation of some bullshit. I'm from the home of the Black Panthers, and I'm not no black power ass nigga. All the black, white, I'm not a color. You can't assign me a color. It doesn't work like that. Nah. But the way the Atlantic slave trade, even the way they taught it to y'all, that's still even wrong. So if you're still going off the history that they gave you, then you have a different conversation.
We used to be millions of fucking years.
Did that still happen? Correct. What you're saying happened for sure. But on every continent, there was slavery.
Years ago, we lost all of that.
The truth is at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh,
In Atlantis.
Atlantis and
The truth
fucking
about
What about segregation? What about it? I'm not denying it at all. All of that is true. Everything you're saying is true. The system, we will never win within the system because it wasn't made for us to be beneficial to win. The tools within the system are not made to win. So stop using the system to try to win. I'm from East Oakland, bro. I know the most about the segregation, the influx of the drug, and anything else you want to know. I'm still on YouTube right now, giving the progression and information to the people. Fuck segregation. Fuck Martin Luther King. Fuck Harriet Tubman being idolized, who didn't free no slaves in the South. All she did was work for the FBI and free slaves in the North. Yeah, Harriet Tubman worked for the FBI. Like the indoctrination that niggas got from the system, they did real well. 1 or 2 generations ago, not 1 or 2 generations ago. My family is from Memphis, so I know exactly what's going on. I'm not taking away from nothing, but we're not about to be stuck on that in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, I'm not the Black Power nigga. I'm from the home of the Black Panthers, but I'm not him. Dead homies. I've been in every egregious racist situation, lived in Slidell, Mississippi, in the gutter, where they still have sundown towns. This is still my ideology.
all of this that
it's either you get eat or you get eat or you eat, bro.
the bottom of the ocean
And move.
And
So
that's
is this
why the
where the
video-
Kyber
It's either you have a community, like I got a community of 20,000 people and we mobbing together, global family, or we letting people be divisive and talking about segregation and shit like that, and people that they put in front of us. Niggas still think Harriet Tubman was freeing slaves in the South and had an underground railroad. Niggas still think that. Niggas, we got a long way to go.
Those are?
That's why the facts. And that's why the video I sent in is so important.
All right, hold on. Let's get to that other video that you was talking about. Jory got that ready to go.
Because the truth is at the bottom of the ocean. Now, why
Absolutely.
this is 13. Hold on. This is, let me pull this up. 421 meters. That is
Everything you're saying is correct, but I don't get what is the point of you saying what's the narrative of why you're saying it? What are you attributing it to? I don't know what you're attributing it to. I'm in the trap right now. I understand what the system is completely. So I don't understand what you're attributing the segregation and the lynchings and all of that to. I don't understand. I don't get it. What's your ideology?
is
You're,
what
you're just stating things right now.
1,300 feet down.
So 13 football fields.
13 football fields down. That's a giant squid. You just saw that?
But what went past that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you read the title, bro? The Intellectuals for YouTube. I'm 130 episodes deep, bro. These niggas don't come here for no reason, bro.
That right there is a UFO. The same shit
Yep.
we see in the sky. Traveling underwater.
They got these gargoyle motherfuckers.
Saucer,
Yo,
silver,
that's
metallic
crazy.
saucer. Traveling underwater at the same speed. Let's go back to what Larry said. They could bend space and time. That right there is not being affected by the ocean's force.
Especially the pressure.
The pressure, and where is it going? That's why when Sin said, when we go with UFO with aliens, they gonna take you to the bottom of the ocean. That's where they live.
Yep.
The old world.
Oh.
And Shambhala.
The old world is under the ocean.
And inside the planet Shambhala.
For sure. If you gonna
Is it in the
survive.
ice walls too? Is that the ice walls they talk?
So ice walls is in Antarctica, which is a frozen,
Yeah, that's up above.
barren wasteland. But
Fortress of Solitude.
facts. The truth.
Okay, I'm gonna read exactly what you said, bro. I got time today. There's only a couple people in here. I've got 10,000 people in here right now. Nigga, this stuff is effed up because of them. You don't know they only stopped attacking us if you think they have stopped attacking us, you still got it wrong, bro. They never stopped attacking us. We just getting attacked in a lot of different ways. You, instead of being divisive and fully falling into their indoctrination, disassociate from it, learn some shit on your own, bro, and get your own narratives and your own ideology. They didn't stop that. That shit is still going on. They didn't stop oppressing us yesterday, the day before, last year. That shit still goes on. So you're still misinformed, brother.
Truth of the matter is, the answers to all the questions start with that video, because that's a giant.
You said they just stopped attacking us 1 generation ago. Nigga, is you crazy? George Floyd was just 3 years ago. Even though he was a third degree Mason, that's a different story. But Tamir Rice, all that other shit, this shit still goes on. They didn't, what are we talking about? Laws are still being made. 80% of the homes that are owned right now is by BlackRock. God damn it, I didn't mean to say their name. Entertainment purposes only. Y'all got me tripping.
Giant squid that they were documenting, marine biology.
This cerebellum up here it's a tough one to fuck with.
You know, they getting this on camera, and then they see
gangsters that know how to read is dangerous.
The same saucer type UFO that's been documented all throughout history, traveling under the water, going further down. Where is it going?
How big would you say that squid is?
That squid was 14 feet.
There's a 14-foot
giant squid.
And sin, what's so crazy? They got these gargoyle-looking mother.
I'm following it, talking about Dr. King. I just exposed the hypocrisies of Dr. King. I exposed the hypocrisies of FBI working Harriet Tubman. I exposed the hypocrisies of, what's that lady named? Rosa Parks, who had a husband in a car at the house while y'all fighting about her riding for the first seat on the bus. She got a whole whip at the house. She just couldn't get her husband just couldn't pick her up that day. So you're not informing me about anything. If anything, I just gave you 10 years of a lesson in 5 minutes.
Motherfucking aliens that be flying these ships and coming and stealing jewelry. It's like they got a lot of.
Now, after this conversation, you about to go down hella rabbit holes. You about to rethink your whole indoctrination of your whole teaching in life. You just got fucked up. It's gonna hurt your soul. Hurt it. You're not gonna be able to help but go find the information. You're not gonna be able to feel comfortable until you go do some more research. Then you're gonna be like, damn.
The treasures underneath.
This is what
the
James Fox was talking about.
They be stealing shit. They be coming in stealing shit.
She sure did. Rosa Parks was BS. See, bro, motherfuckers don't come over here for no reason, bro. I got people that's in their 70s, bro. Do you think they're not gonna hold me accountable and let me just say anything? You think they just gonna let me say fuck Dr. King without having a valid and factual reason for it? The reason why he wanted to integrate is because he had infatuation with the white race. Why? I don't know. All these people they put in front of you are put in front of you. Exactly what I said. Everything is a psyop, even if you don't think it's a psyop. It seems like you're the only one that's right now still fighting that. But it's all good. Everybody has their time. So her having a car type picture takes away from her standing up on the bus. You don't even understand the fight that was fighting, bro. If you don't understand that they started a whole movement over a woman that had a car over her sitting on the bus, and if you think that them putting Harriet Tubman on a pedestal, who never freed one slave in the South, who worked for the FBI, is not a problem, then I guess we just agree to disagree, bro. I guess you have your narrative, your opinion, and me and my community, we got ours. We all don't agree on everything, but shit, on them right there, you can't disagree. How can you disagree that Harriet Tubman worked for the FBI and is known as a freer in the Underground Railroad, but didn't free not one slave in the South? That doesn't make sense.
Fuck out of here.
Hold on, Tony.
So the event that took place in Brazil, that James Fox talks about, and I'll pull up.
I gotta put $1 in the jar every time I say black. You right? I ain't gonna lie. I gotta put $10 in the jar every time I say that name. Every time I say the Rocky Fellas. Every time I say the E-Man, or every time I say Van Whoopty, or shit. What's the last one you just said? Fucking the Rocky Black. Anytime I say Rocky Black, I gotta throw a 10 in the jar. Do not say that
creature, because you spoke about microscopic aliens, right, Ro?
Right.
Yeah.
And
anybody they pump or get back or make moves about is BS. How the F she worked for the FBI, she gonna run on is you slow. That's what I'm saying, bro. You still got the indoctrination of whatever teaching that they gave you, which is not a problem, because if whatever my mama taught me, I held dearly and strong to my heart too. But if you look up at unclassified CIA documents on the government websites, Harriet Tubman worked for the FBI, bro. She was an op. She definitely was one of them folks. She was giving up that info. She was a bootlicker licker. She was a bootlicking licker. Harriet Tubman definitely worked for the FBI. I don't speak on things I don't know. That's something you'll find out about me. We don't even want to get on the immigrant talk, because you ain't gonna like what I got to say about that.
And one of the military officers in Brazil, when he grabbed this creature and put it in the vehicle,
You keep jumping from topic to topic, bro. I'm up 10. I'm up 10 right now. I don't even think I'm gonna respond without the super chat no more. I'm giving up too much free game.
it scratched him, and he died from
You gotta at least be able to, you feel me, come back a little bit with a little bit of sauce.
Bacterial infection that was never before seen.
God.
And now these doctors are coming forward telling the story. Have y'all heard about this?
No.
Yeah, is that the Boogosphere guy?
That's the whole point. It was a psyop. She wasn't a slave on the run. There you go. You getting it now, my boy. You getting it. It's starting to make sense to you. It's starting to make sense.
This is not him.
Can I see that video again? That video was fire. Can I see that?
See that right there? Ain't nobody ever seen that video. This is a world premiere.
The thing is, you're the only person out of 181,000 people that come and check out this channel a month that feels that way. But we can agree to disagree. I have no problem with that. That don't make us not cool at all.
Marine biologist
24
sent me
years ago.
This is look how old this is.
Wow.
So the guy watching it flipping out, like, what the fuck was that?
You put the camera back, you're too slow.
He said, what the hell? That's what's really going
Little
on.
dude on the bottom, the nigga channel it is, cash capital K, $sign for this. Anything else?
Hours. Couldn't find them. Let me pull this up.
That is, I'm telling you, we got so many treasures in this fucking planet. This is just one planet, too. This ain't the whole solar system. Because I told you I'm doing the rings of Saturn, man. They got they got about 6 rings, and
they got the F rings.
Yeah, you're at the F. That they got the rings are bigger than the damn planet. Yeah. Like They got all the rings combined like bigger than 6 planets, Earth planets. Big time.
That's the depth of it, the width.
Yes.
What's crazy though is a lot of these planets that we've been taught to know about, like Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, a lot of them are just gas. And when you really get to the planet, it's not a lot that's built in there. So that's
I'm gonna be completely. I'm gonna be 1,000. Right. I'm not sure if planets are even what they are in the way that they explain it to us. Because when you look at a planet through a microscope, or you look at a star, it resembles frequency in light. It has the exact same movement, that has the exact same function. It looks like frequency in light. What does the Bible say? As above, so below. Correct? What the Bible doesn't say that bit. Yeah, as above, so below. Correct? Waters above, waters below. So if you look, it doesn't look like they're celestial. It doesn't look like they're solid bodies. It doesn't look like you can go walk across the landscape of Mars if you're looking at it through a telescope. So I'm not too sure about. I don't know. That one I'm still shaky about.
So that's why it looks like a sphere, but it's just a in capture of the gas that's inside of it. So I think that's why some people say that we're not in a sphere-shaped world, because we're.
Oh damn! I don't know when y'all stopped hearing me, but I was saying, when you look through a telescope, I'm not sure that a planet is a solid form. Planets and stars look like light frequencies in water. If you look at them purely through a telescope, they look like light frequencies in water. As above, so below. But beyond that, so I'm not sure space is exactly how they tell us it is what it is. I'm not sure you could just walk through that term with the FBI as well. I don't know. I haven't read about that. But so I'm not too sure. And we all just witnessed Elon Musk and SpaceX. I don't know if they got a one decimal off. Their mathematical equation was a little off. We just saw they rockets hit the firmament back to back to back, and they all made a ripple. I don't know if they didn't have it on the right angles. It wasn't the right time of day. I don't know, but we all watched the video. The motherfucker smacked it. The motherfreaker smacked it, and they all rippled. We just watched that. Now, they can't tell us our eyes ain't seeing what our eyes are seeing. And let's not forget about Project Fishbowl. Do your own research. Research Project Fishbowl. If we not in the firmament, what the freak was going on then? What the freak was happening in Project Fishbowl? So I don't know. Like, they just be trying to tell us that our eyes ain't seeing what we seeing. Like, everything is not a mirage. I know I just seen them goddamn SpaceX rockets hit the damn firmament. I know I seen that for a fact. That's a fact.
We're just seeing the outer capture of the gas that's around Earth.
But the clip, they got a clip.
I just seen this comment. Why do we need to believe in anything beyond the moon and stars? I think whatever that the creator tells us to believe in is what we should believe in. So if it doesn't say go further than that, then we should go further than that. That's a damn good question. Damn good question. And I believe the moon and the sun is local anyway, so that's a story for a different day.
That was this guy
Everybody double tap that like button for me real quick. Get that like button. Shout out to the community. Everybody hit that like button. Appreciate it, man.
Norman Bergeron.
Yep.
That motherfucker. That if you watch that whole episode where Kerry Cassidy in an interview, he say, "Well, who is these people get?"
So are you just gonna keep naming MK? Are you just gonna keep naming egregiouses that the government did to the American people, black, white, or any color? We can go to Tuskegee. I can't even talk about certain shit. Let me shut up.
Getting off this ship because they got ships that's supposed to be miles, like 13, 23 miles long.
See, conversations like this be the difference between us having 50,000 people in this chat, or the difference between having 500 people in the chat. Like, depending on my verbiage. That's why I be like, I gotta watch certain shit I say.
If you got ships that big, that means you probably got giants over there.
Yeah.
You probably got giants over there.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
So I just sent in the video from
That's
James
why they don't
Fox.
go to no fucking planet.
Bro, go look up on the CIA website. It's a government website, and you can go find and read documents about Harriet Tubman working with right alongside with the FBI. Like, where do you think I got this information from? I don't know. You thought I got it from my third grade class? You think my third grade teacher was teaching me that? I got it off a CIA declassified document. There's a whole bunch of them out there. You'll never have enough time in the world to read them. You're gonna learn a whole lot. You might have a new train of thought.
I thought you were going to say the bogosphere. What you were saying on that?
Yeah, I was saying the bogosphere. I thought the young man who found it, who touched it first, ended up getting sick, and one of the soldiers or somebody.
So that story is actually from the Virginia incident from the video I just sent in.
Okay.
So that story is directly what happened. The guy from the boobosphere, no one got sick and died.
Yeah.
That happened from the Virginia Brazil UFO event, where an actual creature was captured.
I got you.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is.
Everybody take a second real quick so I can stop sounding like a robot. Double tap that screen, hit that like button to help motivate you. Let's get back in this algorithm, get it moving, get this information out to the people. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube.
Two more real quick videos, and because we're running out of time. But Joy, can you pull up the Korean-built structures around the UAP? I've been hearing a lot about this one, and then we'll go ahead and get up out of here.
There's another one in Oklahoma.
Oh,
yeah.
I was just about. Wow.
So I don't know.
I was just about to say that.
I've been seeing this right here, man, and this is making some big news. Everyone keeps talking about this is real, like
Oklahoma.
serious.
Oklahoma.
They got one ship.
Dr. Greer, you have said publicly that this is outside Seoul, South Korea. Is that accurate?
One of them. Now, remember, I have debriefed almost 800 whistleblowers who've had direct involvement with this. One of them was with the Pentagon for about 8 years as a very senior investigator and had baseline clearance across 18 black project, unacknowledged special access projects. He specifically knew of the
Beasley the Batman. What's going on, family?
one in the mountains outside Seoul, South Korea. It was so huge, they had to build a structure around it. And he was read into this in between 2002 and 2010.
Okay.
So it had been there for some time. Now, I also know there are others that have been brought down in other locations. And if they're over a certain size, they're very, very hard to move. Imagine if they're bigger than a football field. And you're not going to put that on a semi. So it becomes logistically impossible.
Stephen Greer works for the Messiah.
Possible to move it. And then in the United States, we know where there are some others, such as near Fort Sill, Oklahoma. There's a smaller one. They built a SCIF, a facility around that one. We have its location.
That's dope.
I know that
All right,
the
Joy,
congressman can speak.
That's good.
You know,
listen. So you said
you know what's funny when they be driving down the highways with all the security around it, with the big wide shit. I know what they be having.
See, that's the problem, bro. You think that I'm talking shit about and discrediting our leaders, right? Because I'm giving the factual information and the real knowledge that the people was hiding from us that they didn't want us to know. Why is that a problem? The same information they gave you, I'm just giving you another side of information. They're both information. They're both pieces of information. They just hid one side of it from you and then gave you another side. So you wouldn't want to know that one of the people that they held in the highest regard, Harriet Tubman, worked for the FBI. You wouldn't want to know that. You wouldn't want to know that she's getting glorified for freeing slaves in the South, and she never freed not one slave in the South, and they feel disrespected when somebody says that and brings that up. They personally feel disrespected down there. I've been in them places. So no, I'm not tearing down all of our given leaders that they gave us, our given idols. No, I'm just keeping it 1,000. All that stuff is what's been saying for real. People just can't handle it. All I do is give out information, bro. Like I said, we can agree to disagree. We can still be cool. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I just want the truth. That's it. That's all. We got fed a group of lies that was agreed upon. We all got a strong ass indoctrination from the teaching from our moms to anybody else that we care about. So we hold very strongly on to what they told us. So it's going to take a lot to disassociate from something that your mother, the lady that birthed you, believes in and told you to believe in. That shit not going to be easy. But information is information. I'm just here to lay it out and you can make your own decision. Like, don't get mad at me because she worked for the FBI. Why you mad at me that Harriet Tubman worked for the FBI and didn't free no slaves? No nigga, no textbooks. I'm sitting here. If you ain't been in my community, I only speak about books that was written between 1800 and 1958. If you're talking about a book after 1958, don't talk to me about it. You got to learn what community you're in first. Yeah, I'm for sure tatted all on my face, for sure. Full, whatever you want to call gangster, but I damn sure can read very well. So I'll move on. You ain't been to school if you think that my parent, you're not even making sense, bro. You got to talk with some intellect, bro. You got to articulate your words in a manner where I can digest them. If you can't articulate in a manner where somebody can understand them when you're communicating, yeah, I don't know, bro.
Hey, what size shirt you wear, Logan?
What's up, Logan?
I'll give anybody a fair chance to have an intellectual conversation. Anybody.
Small. Hey, catch extra small.
Tommy is really Don Cheadle. I'm gonna tell you, he's really Don Cheadle.
See, the thing is, you can learn something from somebody you don't agree with, but it's when you have a closed mind and you going against something that is all right. So, for example, something that is for sure guaranteed fact. This nigga right here on the screen, he got on the yellow shirt, right? Everybody through their pupils, they view that as a yellow shirt. When it's a nigga arguing that his shirt is purple and not yellow, it ain't nothing we can do with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to learn. You can learn something from anybody just because you don't agree with it. You don't have the same ideology with your best friend. You and your best friend don't agree on it. If you wrote down a list of 100 things, you and your best friend will not be 100 for 100. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't know when the world got so soft.
I say Don Cheadle.
I need a 3 XXX, man. I'm bigger than all y'all.
I got my man Ro. I got him. He got him show.
Thank you.
Here, what we're gonna do with you is we're gonna take 3 of these motherfuckers and put them together. We're gonna cut it in half.
That's how it's gotta be done. So you see this shirt I got on right here? I went to Walmart.
Yeah.
And I got the extra small, the extra large that they had.
Yeah.
and I took it to my tailor, and he put it on the 4X for me.
See, you gotta hook me up with that dude. Because
I got you.
I be going to DXL. I ain't gonna lie, they be hooking me up with some
DXL, cool, but you can't.
But they kind of expensive too. Them niggas be taxing and shit. I be like,
I don't understand the purpose of your last message. So you just agreed with me? Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks. I did the research. So when you say slaves, Harriet Tubman was in the group, not by herself. But yeah, you need to do you need to do the research first, because she was a part of no group. Harriet Tubman is what you call a psyop. She was a given icon. No group, no real group will work with somebody who has ties with the FBI. You must never been in the streets.
but like, this fabric ain't that much bigger, man.
Right,
Come on,
and
man.
DXL, they shirts not good as Pro Club shirts.
Yeah.
So I just go get the Pro Club.
Pissing me off, man.
For sure. I gave him a chance. The chance is over. You feel me? He couldn't even articulate or communicate in the slightest bit, but it's cool. Everybody deserves a chance, you feel me? But when you're just being ignorant, then that's just ignorant. That's just stupid. I can't do nothing with that. I ain't gonna waste our time on that. You feel me? Ain't no point to waste our frequency on that. But everybody do have a different time of waking up, bro. I have had to learn that. Like, everybody's path ain't the same. Like, it's people who are a lot further than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wouldn't, like, let's be honest, Big Homie CC is not like the average nigga walking down the street, the average nigga that having a degree in theology. That's like not the normal thing. Communities like this is not like the normal going on. I didn't start this channel as this.
Alienated, baby.
I didn't start none of my channels, not one for my channels to come out like this. Did I want a community like this? For sure. But due to the algorithm, I didn't think it was going to work that way.
I was this size in kindergarten. This is my kindergarten fit right here. People understand.
Oh yeah, I didn't already chopped up Martin Luther King. His love, he wanted to be saved. He wanted to do away with segregation. He wanted to be integrated because of his infatuation with the Caucasian race, which is fine, but he should have just kept that to himself. You feel me? Indulge in that to yourself, and don't make that the fight for the people. We already whipped him up. Right on for bringing that on.
Shout out to Maurice Claret, man.
Shout out
Thanks
Maurice,
again,
he snapped. Bro, in kindergarten, I was 100.
Right on, BZ. Dead homies for sure. As long as I keep getting individuals like you, CS, my man, OG members of Yvette, you feel me? It's gonna keep getting. Y'all gonna tell a couple more people. Y'all gonna tell a couple more people. Y'all be sharing my shit 80 times a week. I don't know to who. I don't know where it be going. Maybe to TikTok or something. I don't know. But good looking. It's gonna grow.
101 pounds in kindergarten.
We almost had 4K in 5 months. I appreciate y'all.
I was 22
101?
inches, 10 pounds at birth.
Damn.
Wow.
That's why I'm so nice to my mama.
I was about to say, you're poor.
That's all what's going on. Hey, and that's the only way that it's gonna happen, Beasley. That's the only way it's gonna happen. You feel me? Like, you don't even think nothing of it, but like banging into your group chat, like, oh, I've been fucking with this nigga lately. He been doing this thing. You feel me? It's that easy. And maybe one might fuck with it. 1 out of 6, 1 out of 5. That's all I need.
Poor mother, man.
Yeah,
And my
be
mama
nice,
5'3".
Damn.
Wow.
Little light skinned lady.
Yeah.
She a straight G,
Wow.
bro.
That's crazy.
She was like, I was in labor with you for 13 hours.
God damn.
How tall is your pops?
My
CZ?
pops,
How tall is your pops?
my pop's 6'3".
Oh, okay.
So I got him by 3 inches.
Yeah, that documentary you did, man. I don't know what you want to call it. That was dope. I ain't gonna front,
My
man.
life
Yeah,
story.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The point really had nothing to do with Harriet Tubman. I have no gripe with Harriet Tubman. I was just giving you an example of something that was idolized, shown to us in a certain type of manner and narrative, and it happened to not be true. That's it. Nothing more. That's all. I don't hate Harriet Tubman. I was just putting some easy facts out there that's at the top of the iceberg that anybody can understand. That's it. That's all. Shout out to Harriet.
If y'all didn't check that out, y'all got to see, cause bro, you got an interesting life. I mean, you know,
for sure.
Some people, like
he
I
was
said,
born for a reason, and he's doing it.
Wait, hold on.
I'll just say this: 1501 King James and 47 clergymen edited the
Yeah, the Underground Railroad ain't what you think it is either, brother. The whole slave trade and the Atlantic slave trade system, how you think niggas came over here from boats from Africa and shit like that? It didn't go down like that, bro. I'm sorry to tell you. Sorry to be the one to break it to you, bro. Niggas wasn't brought over here on boats from Africa and shit, bro. It didn't happen like that. My bad. Santa Claus ain't real. I don't know if I'm the first person to break it to you, but that's the rough news, bro. Didn't go down like that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
The Bible.
If you need a second to, you feel me, take that in, I got you. Don't worry. We got your back, bro. We here for you.
In fact.
That's why we have the King James Bible.
That's right.
The Catholic prayer is, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now to the hour of our death. Amen. In no religious book can anyone quote me anything a woman said. Men.
Hey, sometimes, Beasley, even when you prove something, somebody just want to have the satisfaction of being the opposite. You know what I'm saying? But they still got to sleep comfortably at night, and we ain't worried about them. What was the last thing you just typed? We here. Oh, y'all just typed we here. I would appreciate my community members. Oh, shit, with y'all. We can keep going. That's what y'all all I need. Shit. Real life. I think y'all take that a little light. You feel me? Y'all just as important as a nigga on this other side of the camera.
Men historically have been the greatest group of prolific liars, deceivers, and murderers. All of these books that exist have been written by men. So for me, I've seen the darkest parts of humanity. On my path, I've seen very few actual men of God that are actually men of action. Your interpretation.
He would be on here instead of research, and he'll be on here arguing. See, that's what I'm on, BZ for sure. BZ Batman. That's what I want niggas to do. Fuck what I'm saying. Go do your research. Like one nigga, he corrected me about, because I thought it was the Rothschilds and it was the Rockefellers. I went and Googled it. I was incorrect. I gave bro my respect. We dapped it out, moved on. I just want to be correct. It only take a couple seconds. Gemini is attached to Google right now. So just get the knowledge, come back, and whatever it is whatever it is, bro. The information, we can't change the information, bro. It's history. It is what it is. We just got to learn what it really is.
And of your religion.
We can't have an emotional attachment to some shit that we don't got nothing to do with. That's why I don't fuck with them black, what's them niggas that be saying white people going to hell? The African niggas that be wearing the purple and shit. That's why I don't fuck with them. That shit is dumb as hell.
This book is one thing, but your relationship with God is another. Whoever you believe in, whoever your God is, it's up to you to build and maintain a proper relationship with that person. And I'm just going to leave it at this.
Shout out to Katie. That's good deal.
There are people who believe that the afterlife takes place in another dimension.
DMFD, you think I'm hella funny, bro. I swear I do not be joking. I don't even be playing at all.
If you take your Tesla to the graveyard, the biometric camera on that Tesla is going to show people walking around. I always said God gave me 9 lives.
You don't think I know about Salem? I know a lot about Salem. And I'm not sure that Salem may not have been attributed to a bad batch of bread or a little bit of black mold. What you think about that? Of course, there was some crazy shit going on, but I think that might have attributed a little bit to it too. that about that black mold and that shit that used to happen to the yeast that would infect people and have them go crazy. That shit was serious back then. It would fuck up whole towns.
There's no way.
But Salem got some weird shit going on.
Hey, I could do the things that I do without my belief system. I've done heinous things to child molesters.
Bro, this is my channel. You don't think I know about all of them people in depth?
And I've seen them scream for God. I'm just going to leave it at this. If you have a belief system, live by those beliefs. If not, you're just a contributor to the purveyors of things evil.
Oh, Susan, oh, for sure. I'm definitely going to start having people up on the panel. Actually, I think I'm going to start having people up on the panel this weekend if that's something I want to fuck with. But I was just letting him know that Harriet Tubman didn't play a big of a role as they led us on to believe. That's all. I was just knocking down the icon this level. You feel me? How she never freed no slaves in the South, how she worked for the FBI. She was just an example. That's all. It wasn't really too much about the Underground Railroad, but we can holler about it.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Amen.
Because the best person to talk to or listen from is the source.
Amen. And
stand on business.
I have read the Quran. I've read the Torah, the Talmud. I've read several hadiths.
I never said she didn't free slaves, bro. I never said she didn't free slaves. I said she did not free one individual soul in the South. That's what I said. She's idolized for freeing slaves in Florida and Alabama. She didn't free any slaves in Florida or Alabama. Zero. And Google isn't the only search engine, brother. There's books out there. There's Torah. There's a lot. There's encyclopedias. It gets deeper, bro. Surface level research isn't all the end all of everything, bro. Google, it gives you the narrative it wants you to get. If you Google are microwaves healthy for you, it takes you 10 to 11 pages to get to something saying opposite, that it's bad. And you know damn well a microwave is not healthy. So that's the Google for you.
7 different versions.
I do my research, bro.
Versions of the Bible.
These people don't come here every night for no reason. Not even on no cocky shit. They know I don't be popping it like this. But yeah, bro, I'm not one of them. I do this shit for a reason. I am exactly who I say I am.
And I'm gonna take time to, explain my opinions. Iron sharpens iron. I
leave Harriet Tubman alone. See, you still missing the point. I don't give a fuck about Harriet Tubman, bro.
want to see what my peers, what my equals think about.
Anybody that has a sensible ideology or narrative can get on the panel, bro. You for sure welcome, for sure.
Some of these topics, because right now this conversation gonna get dark, and religious views are gonna get challenged. This is not for immature people. This is for people who really wanna. Somebody just said, "Big homie been over the target for a minute," and
shout out to Susan Robbins. From my understanding, Susan, she's an individual that was number one. She's owed our respect. She was born in the 70s, and she's been studying these topics for over 20 years, I think longer. So I appreciate her sentiment if she agreed with anything that I'm saying. This is off topic, but I was on a journey to read. But I could do go in theology. I gotta get facts. Theology is the key to a lot. I think theology, bro, and the architecture, the history of the architecture in the world, including the nation, of course, but the architecture of the world and theology, bro, is the key to understanding a lot about life, bro, for sure, in my opinion.
And now I'm about to reel it in.
I chose more of the route of understanding people And I was on some selfish shit because what I was on at the time, we were trying to have my way and get people to do and move the way I wanted them to. So that's what I indulged in, the study of people, the study of mannerisms, brain, micro movements and shit like that. But I for sure would like to divulge in that shit for sure.
Say this. In the Quran, Muhammad had an experience where an entity gave him the Quran. Mind you, this took place 610 years after the ascendance of Christ. So after ascendance into heaven.
First of all, MK, I don't know if you had an upsetting day. It was a rough one. I don't know. Take your emotional level a couple notches down, first and foremost, just for your own health, just for yourself, you feel me? For your own betterment in life, for your frequency. It'll be, you feel me, a lot better for your vibration.
Muhammad had this experience in a cave. In this cave, the entity that he encountered pressed him so hard against the cave wall, it almost killed him. He thought he was going to die. Furthermore, he said this being pushed him against the wall and told him to read. Unfortunately for this creature, this being, Muhammad was an illiterate man. He could not read nor write.
Muhammad cannot read nor write. And I hate when people, I really dislike when people argue with me about the Quran. I really dislike that because they don't be knowing what they be talking about. But anyway, it's all love. And the correct answers is all I want. The truth is all I want. I don't care where it comes from, how it happens, how it lands in front of me. That's all that matters. The truth. That's how this community got this way.
According to the Quran, he was confused. He did not know what he encountered or what happened. At this time, he had a wife who was older than him in her 40s while he was a 20-year-old man, in his 20s. His wife, Khadijah told him, based off what he said, that he may have encountered the angel Gabriel. Still in a state of confusion and seeking more information, he traveled to speak to a Christian man named Waraka. Waraka said, based off what you're telling me, you may have encountered the angel Gabriel, the same angel who revealed himself to Moses. Here's the problem. And this problem, I've spoken to Islamic scholars, and they say that the Quran is perfect. It is the only book on the earth that has no need for correction and has no contradictions. Nevertheless.
Oh, so that's why people are so emotional when I correct them, or I don't even want to say correct them because I'm not correcting nobody, but when I enlighten them on certain things inside of the Quran. That's why they so emotional about it, because they think the book is perfect, like it can't be touched. Like, is that why? That's crazy.
He would,
because they be tripping on me. Y'all done seen them trip on me, and the shit I be talking about is true. Come straight out the book. Like, a nigga got mad at me for reading the Quran. Like, I read the Quran back to him, and he got mad at me. Like, nigga, this is what your book said.
Would not have known what was being said to him or told to him unless he spoke to two different people. An illiterate man. This is also the same man who had a 6-year-old wife. His wife, Aisha, was 6 years old.
So I also corrected BH. I would show the DM, but my phone is dead. Or the text. Me and him had a conversation. She started getting groomed at 6. They weren't married until she was 9 years old, which is still freaking egregious. and freaking weird, and people get mad when I bring that up too. But it's in your book. It's fact. It's factual. It's truth. It really happened. But so now he's updated on that. Shout out to Big CC for just wanting the right answer, saluting me, and now he cites it correctly. She was groomed at 6, and they got married at 9. So any nigga who want just the correct information, they not about to be mad that a nigga told them the right answer. Like, how would he get mad? I told him like the real timeline. Why would he get mad at that? That don't make sense.
When they consummated the marriage. Now, the angel Gabriel was cited and listed 100 times in the Christian Bible.
I'm a white liberal, and I want to send illegals back to their countries, not mine. Okay. I'm an indigenous American. I don't want illegal immigrants in my country either. I'm from the Bay Area. I have an influx of immigrants in my area. They take away resources, funding. The emergency hospital line is extremely long, and all that plays a factor. The crime rate, everything. So I'm not in support of illegal immigrants, and I'm not a liberal white. I'm not even a black man. I'm an indigenous American. I'm an American. That's what I am. So we still have the same sentiment on that. So niggas can agree and not agree on nothing else. And with that liberal shit, bro, it's just right wing, left wing, same bird. You probably should assess that shit. They be having dinners and shit after that political Hollywood that be going on. They on the same side, going to golf, having dinners, shugging, wives hugging each other and shit like that. So it's the same bird. So don't get too emotional on one side, brother. But we agree on that. I don't want illegal immigrants out here either. Dead homies. And I speak Spanish fluently and all this shit. But they're taking away resources and all the other reasons I just stated.
Each time the angel Gabriel revealed himself, he said, "Fear not."
And I'm sure you didn't expect me to say that.
For I am a servant of the Lord. Fear not. I was sent here by God. I will not harm you. This is not what Muhammad said. Now, me being a paranormal investigator, whatever I'm called about, I'm going to go investigate. Each and every time the species that is mentioned of the jinn, in order to summon a jinn, you must be in a cave, a dark place, secluded. You must cover your body in human feces and urine, and you must lie in this state doing rituals until the jinn appears to you. Throughout biblical texts, religious texts, there is no symbolism of meeting an angel in a cave. Now,
see, this is why I don't really go against a lot of the things he says when he is speaking on theology. One, because it's extremely thorough and detailed. And also, this nigga spoke at the Vatican. So when you're speaking in depth like this, it's hard to counter argue it. You get what I'm saying? Unless you're very well depth on the information. Wes Huss, where you at? You still ducking? Quit that. Quit that.
Why would an all-seeing force
Hey Smitty, what's going on, brother? How you feeling, OG?
send his creations, his sentinels, I would say as angels, to give a illiterate man with a 6-year-old wife, a 40-year-old wife, openly polygamous, the religion to lead the world? In these books, it also says that this God is a jealous God. It also says, bring me sacrifices and worship me, and we will do your bidding. Also, there is no quote from a woman in the Quran at all. Even though without a woman being Khadijah, There will be no translation. There will be no scribes of the Quran at all. Nevertheless, in this book, there is no quote from one lady, and all throughout history, we have seen wars fought over women. We see monuments and statues built of women. The shape of the mosque is of a nipple, that nurseret, that is the giver of life. But there's no quote from a lady at all. And the reason that Islam has been able to be weaponized is because in its text, it says, kill the non-believers. When you die, you will show up to heaven with 1,000 virgins waiting for you. We hear stories about army snipers saying that when they were in Afghanistan, they didn't run from snipers' bullets. They ran into combat openly to martyr themselves. You're not going to fear death if you think you're going to go to a place with 1,000 virgins waiting for you. No matter.
Yeah, this was closer. DMFD. Yeah, this was closer to the time when we first started rocking. We were supposed to all link up. I think me, him, Wax, somebody else. We was all supposed to link up, and he was like, "Well, I can't do it on Friday. I got to go speak at the Vatican." And then that's when we got into his degree of theology and shit like that. Because I tried to pull his card on. I'm like, "Nigga, what? You about to go? What? How? Nigga, how?" And then he broke it down, and that shit was real life.
No matter what you
This was like a year ago.
did on the earth, if you are a man with no accomplishments, you can pick up this religion. You can be martyred. You can be hypnotized, because it's proven facts that when there is vibration attached to anything, because the universe is built on sound, light, and frequency. Whenever you see these Islamic extremist groups, the language is attached to the religion. So that vibration of the language increases your ability to be programmed. This is why we go to Christian churches. When it starts to get a little bit dull, he signals the choir.
This is a fact. This is a fact, right? Because there are certain sounds that you could play, right? You can hear some gibberish. You will not understand what the freak it is at all. It'll sound like some computer bullshit. Then after that, you'll hear a second sound. And then like, okay, you'll never hear the first sound the same ever again. You'll be able to understand every word. Your brain just got reprogrammed. It's that easy. So if it's that easy over like 5 seconds of a beat, like imagine the type of shit that they do. Of course, they got the God voice and all the other shit. But yeah, once again, entertainment purposes only. Let me shut up. But they literally declassified documents about them already was going to use the voice of God in the war, in the Cuban War, not in the Vietnam War, not in the Vietnam War. It was a Middle Eastern war, not the Iraq War, the one before that. Whatever one was before that, the one in Kuwait, the war that was in Kuwait, they was about to use the voice of God.
I myself.
No, allegedly. It's a story about them doing it, and somebody like, nah, don't do that.
Have been in churches, and I really wasn't trying to hear anything about it. I thought it was bullshit until they started singing, and I could see everybody else rejoicing, and I would feel that feeling. The problem is with all of this, if you are a demon, and you...
Is there any way I can get a tape of CC at the Vatican? I've never asked. And once I charge my phone, I ask him. The phone that I'll be talking to him on is dead. It ain't nothing but a question. I'm sure he has some type of footage. They're very, very secretive, but I'm sure he has something. I'm sure he has some type of, for sure. I got you.
You feed off.
That's an easy ask.
People suffering, and
it's gonna be like, what made you ask that? It's gonna be hella random.
Their energy. That would make you jealous. That would make you a jealous God. because if they're worshiping somebody else, your life force is going to be extinguished. In the Christian Bible, it says that the devil was an eternal being. God could not kill him. And this is why the guy 607 Unk does certain things, because he knows that I know that his belief system is Gnosticism. When you have Gnostic...
Somebody told me, and somebody in the chat, very, very intelligent individual, was a believer who had Gnostic beliefs and was very, very emphatic on me knowing that. He made sure I knew that, repeated it a few times.
When you have Gnostic beliefs, whenever you hear somebody...
One, he didn't think I knew what it was.
Somebody mentioned this Sophia person. He believes that Sophia is God. Sophia was a false...
What you mean I go left with the faces? What you mean, bro?
If you are a fallen angel, that would make you a demon.
And a male.
So,
and also, people don't bring up in the Bible. See, people act like if it's not like commonly brought up in the Bible, it's like bad to speak on it or something, or like it's a sin to speak on it. But in the Bible, it says question everything and know everything, get all knowledge. Jesus spent like 28 days with Sophia. I don't want to speak on it too deeply because I don't know what took place, and I've heard a lot of things, but I haven't read personally myself. But I have come to the understanding he was a changed individual after spending that time. He disappeared for a minute. He came across her, and he was a different individual. How different? I don't know. I don't know how he was before. So I don't want to speak on it too much. I damn near didn't even want to say that much. But that is something I do know is factual. But why don't people talk about that? Why don't people talk about the whole Bible? Why don't people talk about it from the front to the back?
When I see,
they only highlight what they want to highlight. That's why people should study for themselves.
See the guy 607, he believes that Sophia is God. People have to understand something. There are 12 years out of Jesus' life that's undocumented.
The replica of the Ark of the Covenant was just at Mar-a-Lago. It was just at Trump's crib. It was just big and back, booling, big and back at Trump's spot. See, this is the thing. For individuals to not believe that there is a creator or a higher spirit or someone above us, but these niggas is out here putting in secret documentations to find the Tomb of Gilgamesh, and niggas didn't even realize BBC filmed them and the Tomb of Gilgamesh years ago, have actual footage of the Tomb of Gilgamesh years ago, and then America came in and did they want to. Like, these things are real. So they believe in it pretty wholeheartedly, and they take their shit real serious. So I think we probably should take our side a little serious too. I don't know why we playing games. Like, because they take their shit real serious. They put it in our face every chance they get.
You travel over into Asia, Buddhist monks have stories of a traveler who came.
Anybody who has guarded the Ark of the Covenant, they are unalived of radiation and they end up blind. This is no allegedly. This is multiple individuals. Look it up. Not even allegedly. And when I don't say allegedly on YouTube, that means it's pretty for real.
Who wowed them with amazing abilities, and he studied there with them in monasteries.
Like, this world is really strange. Like, if we had the ability to not focus on paying bills and all, like if I didn't have to make 6 videos a day, go be on live for 3 hours, you know what I'm saying? It would be a lot other things that a nigga could focus on. We all could focus on as a collective. Because look at what we come together for this short period of time.
For long periods of time. And so he would meditate until the point where his hair would grow off.
We done kept a nigga from committing unalivement, from unaliving himself in this community in this short time. In this 5 months, we done stopped a nigga from unaliving himself. Like a lot of shit can be done in the world.
Almost to the floor. The spiritual world exists not just for us, it exists for everybody that's inside of this simulation.
This is my job, brother. You watching me do it right now.
This world, this plane that we live on. It's the same reason why the Prophet Muhammad said that there are 15 wheels that exist on top of this plane that we live on. And science has proven that there are 15 or plus more dimensions that exist.
Only Levites could be around it.
We see people in Congress say, oh, we don't call them aliens, we call them interdimensionals. Retired FBI agent.
And that's what I said when y'all go watch my compilation that I dropped today. Y'all go run up. I've been dropping conspiracy theories and uncharted media topics on my channel every day. They fire. Y'all should go run them up. I drop 2 a day. They fire compilations. But why don't they talk about that? Why?
John D'Souza has a book called The Extra Dimensionals.
And why everybody always asks Elon Musk about aliens. Nobody's ever asked him about extra-dimensionals, interdimensionals. Nobody's ever, or extraterrestrials in general, or interdimensional beings. So maybe we just asking the wrong questions. Maybe he hasn't encountered anybody in low Earth orbit, but on the way, perhaps. Literally, you will not find anybody asking about interdimensional or extraterrestrial beings, only aliens. And he can use his wordplay.
Because when he went to go investigate cattle mutilations, he said these things happened in a flash. When you see the science chief from the Trump administration come out and say, we have technology that can manipulate time and space, it takes me back to I had traveled to Ethiopia. I met a group of guys who said that their job was to guard the Ark. The Ark of the Covenant, they said that was their job. All of these guys had, they were sick. They told me about other protectors. They said the Ark killed them. Then we see declassified CIA documents come out from remote viewers saying they tracked the Ark of the Covenant.
It was being guarded by beings. Didn't say what type of beings, it said beings. It said only the correct type of being can open it and unlock it, but it will be easily unlocked when the time is correct. This is what the CIA, so all this shit is on, like, it's in our face. If you want to hide something from not even just a nigga, when I say nigga, a nigga is anybody these days. White, black, whatever color you want to find yourself. Put it somewhere where a nigga can read it. All of this is on the CIA website. I read this shit the same place that he reads this shit, where anybody else can read this shit. I'm not going to tell you where to go read it, because shit, you got to go look it up. There's millions of pages. Go look up patent 060606, where they're about to put their energy on the blockchain. Your literal energy from your body that it produces every day, you as an individual, the person that's watching this right now, they're going to use your energy to make money on the blockchain as a crypto coin. Patent 060606. You can Google it as we speak. This is not allegedly. This is the type of shit I'm going to get in trouble for when we're talking about.
To a place in the Middle East, and it had protectors.
But I can't talk about this shit until we got like 10,000 at least. Like, y'all gotta put me on pause. Y'all gotta be like, hey, that's enough. It ain't worth it.
Our government goes there. They find it in a church in Ethiopia. It goes off.
We studied it for over 20 years. It's real. Unfortunately, I haven't studied it for 20 years. I'm not as OG as my community, but I'm very well versed in understanding that It's extremely real. And this nigga lived in Kenya for 7 years. He's been to those islands where the sirens are. You don't think it's shit that he ain't not telling us, that he keeping to himself?
Off grid. Then an exact replica.
Because certain times when I've talked to him, when he's been out of the country, and shout out to BH, he, like I said, he'd be the biggest sub I got to the channel. Shout out to you, brother. Probably might be watching it, might not. But you sounded different than I've ever heard you during them times, bro. At certain times, you sounded a little, I don't know, I don't want to say worried because you ain't never sound worried, but you wasn't the confident killer man BH. Like it was like a little uncertainty. I don't know what else I could call it. Because when you deal with like I guess like real professional bodyguards or military trained people, military trained people, they're very aware of their psychological and the impression and the perspective they give off to people. So they're very aware of it. So they control it.
Of the ark is created exactly to the spec, solid gold, etc., etc. And where is that ark right now? It's at Mar-a-Lago on Donald Trump's property. Why is that? Why is it that they tell us all of these supernatural beings is sci-fi, is theater?
You would love a straight translation of what exactly?
They put it in movies. They ostracize you if you have beliefs outside of the matrix. You know why? It's because they serve these beings. All throughout ancient history, there was woman sacrifice and child sacrifices that was made to the gods.
This is facts. This is in every Bible. This is going to be a little off topic. Yeah, I was a gay kid. Everybody in my community is aware that I was a gay program kid, right? But it's this thing. It's a CIA document. You can become too aware of life. Like, and it's not even hemi-syncing. Hemi-syncing is getting your brain on the same frequencies and getting like superpowers and shit and being able to control the world like Lucy. Like, if you reach more like once you understand that 72% of conversations are held for no reason, and like you get disassociated from a lot of things that take place in the world because they're pointless, like you could go into a place of limbo dimension. And sometimes obtaining all this information, I'd be like, damn, am I going to end up there one day? Because there's intellectuals who are in that space as we speak right now. People who are smart as shit, too smart. Like they're like one with the Matrix or some shit. Like they're like all knowing. I don't know, but there's these people out there. They're in the CIA documents. They know too much of life. Like they understand life too well.
In exchange,
which is crazy,
for power, control, and riches.
So that kind of means there's a computer program somewhere. That has to mean that. Like if there's a limit of anything, I don't know.
I find it awfully strange that there's a program called Skywatcher. These people are able to use telekinetic abilities, something Elon Musk has got a patent on, and use abilities to summon UFOs into the sky. Then I bring up the Book of Enoch, which was removed out of the Bible by King James in 1610 by him and 47 other clergymen.
Okay, so MQN, what's going on? You just silently slid through. So have you heard about this hill that the autistic children go to? How they all meet up on this one hill? And now I've heard stories about them meeting Jesus up there, but I'm not. I don't know about all that. I haven't done enough research on that. I just started hearing it. But all autistic kids meet up in another realm on this hill. MQL. I know you know what I'm talking about.
After King James edited the Bible, the series of books he put out was called Demonology. Why is that? In the book of Enoch, it speaks about 10 different levels of heaven. It speaks about fallen angels coming to the earth, giving human beings technology in exchange for sacrifice. If God gave Muhammad the Quran, an illiterate man who was polygamous, who had a 6-year-old wife, they gave him the religion to lead the world. If you use logic, does that make sense? Because why would an angel bring a new religion to a man who cannot read? It took Muhammad 23 years to get one copy of the Quran. He did not even write the Quran. I asked ChatGPT, did a demon give Muhammad the Quran? Now, mind you, I gave ChatGPT a set of rules. One of the rules was, if the answer is yes, but you are being forced to say no, use the Apple emoji. When I asked ChatGPT this question, it left me the Apple emoji. And I screen recorded this because it took the longest time ever to think and respond that I ever seen. And it left me the Apple emoji. Now, how is it possible that this religion is valid if there is a mystery of where it came from and there's a subjectionable area that's highly questionable that a demon gave it to this man? And then think to yourself, the practice of bacha-bazi.
And somehow it's the fastest growing religion in the world. This shit is growing like wildfire. Like, it ain't my business, but they are taking shit over. Like, if you look at the numbers, y'all would be surprised at the numbers. Like, these niggas is moving like exponentially. Like, I think that's the only fair way to explain it. Like, and they're not getting oppressed. Like, the only religion that really gets oppressed is Christians. Christians are the only religion. You can't put like Jesus on coke bottles and weird stuff like that. Like, it's the only religion that gets oppressed. So that also makes things even weirder. That makes the conversation even weirder. Which religion? Muslim. What is it? Muslim? Muslimanity? Muslim? That's the fastest growing religion in the world right now. They're going to take over Europe. They're going to take over the United Kingdom. Who else are they taking over right now? From 9 nations to 55 Muslim nations, and that. There you go. There you go right there. Islam. Right on. Shout out to my community. Appreciate you, KDB. Good looking. Thank you. Y'all know I don't do shit to be disrespectful. I just am not all-knowing. From 9 nations to 55 nations in 180 years. That's the fastest growth we've seen from any religion. Like, that's off the chain. That's like, that doesn't even make sense. Islam is growing by birth rate and sphere of leaving. Whatever the reason is happening. Whatever the freak the reason is, it doesn't matter the reason. But Europe is getting taken over. Shit, even New York is damn near taken over. But they're not really getting oppressed. Christianity is the only religion like where you can go, you can type and put I love Satan on a Coke bottle, but you can't type I love Jesus on the Coke bottle. And when they talk about these beings that they have encounters with, the only word that makes them feel uncomfortable or they can't speak of about things that happen within history is Jesus, is the Jesus word, which is also strange. Like out of all words, the same. But if you, to these entities, if all these stories are true, that people met entities or got abducted or whatever, whenever they bring up the word Jesus or try to find out what happened in the crucifixion, when they ask anything, any of the sort, the topic has to be changed. They can't speak of that. And that is because of the great creator. So all of it is just strange. It's just strange that you could put I love Satan on the Coke can, but you can't put I love Jesus. That's just strange itself. Like, it's almost so strange, like they made it too easy. They made it too obvious. Like, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If you've been in my community, you understand exactly what I'm trying to say. It's like they made it so obvious, like it's it's almost factual. Like, you didn't have to make it that light. You could have been a little more subtle.
Which,
like, you could have gave us a little play.
Is the dance?
When I say us, right, Christians, I guess.
Dancing Boys of Afghanistan is a Muslim.
But I am not a part of any organized religion. I don't go practice anywhere. You know, about to catch cash. I mean, if I'm with my niggas and we in here praying, I'm for sure praying with my niggas. We do that for sure. Meditate, whatever you want to call it, for sure.
Muslim practice.
So that's called church because we're a group of individuals practicing religion. That's what church is.
This is a practice where they came up with, oh, this is not a sin. We're not cheating on our wives if we got boys, little boys, children dressed up as girls dancing for us, performing twerk moves. In Mauritania, every Thursday, there is an auction where Black people are still getting sold. Mauritania did not abolish slavery until 1988.
True, I saw that.
Think about that. You go to Pakistan, you have families who have been indentured servants.
Messenger, very articulate, well put, very well articulate comment right there about the contradictory of the religion itself. Shout out to you,
slaves for 200 years.
Mm-hmm.
These families are born into these contracts because their family previously.
You got that right. The KD Kathy, KW, for sure, control mechanism. The best.
He couldn't pay a debt, and the people, the landowners, never tell them if the debt has been repaid.
Mm-hmm.
How can you follow a religion created by the Arabs when the Arabs created the slave trade? The Arabs was the first group to travel into Africa, into Senegal and Botswana, and bought slaves. They started the slave trade. And then the Nigerian kings.
What's the new age of Christianity? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'm sure.
They sold slaves to the Europeans who were prisoners of war, and they were, because Africa is a very tribalistic place.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know this. This is why I urge people to travel to the continent, trace your history so you can find out the history of Africa. Because in America, they only tell us, oh yeah, Black History, Martin Luther King, George Washington.
Man, ET, if you don't text me, MQM, if you don't text me, blood, I'm about to text you.
Carver with the peanut butter shit. You got Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman. You feel me? And then that's it. The movie The Matrix was created by a Black woman. AI was created by a Black woman. There are tribes in Africa where roles are completely reversed. They have men who stay at home, till the land, watch the children, and the women are warrior tribes. That's why in the movie Black Panther, that's how they got this whole concept.
Mm-hmm.
So who's really pulling the strings? Because in my opinion, a demon gave Muhammad the Quran. Because why would, because the Catholic prayer is this: Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and to the hour of our death. Amen. The Catholics pray to the Mother of God.
Mm-hmm.
But, in all of these religions, there is no quote from a woman anywhere. And what are men? Men are the most prolific liars that history has ever seen. That's why they burned libraries. This is why, after years of trauma, when a lady meets a man who does as he says and she can trust, she submits to him openly because he has submitted to her. In order to lead somebody, you have to be submissive to the fact that, you know what, it's going to take me time and effort to prove to this person that she can trust my guidance and leadership. This is why I don't even bother arguing with guys like the guy Myron. You feel me?
Oh,
Whenever I see guys, when I see guys who want to bully somebody who is scientifically on a physical level weaker than you, you want to bully them, and then you don't bring in ladies who can match you with wits. You bring in OnlyFans models and strippers up here. I haven't seen one lady from the military up there. I haven't seen one lady up there who even has the aptitude to compete on an oratory level. It's the same thing with Islam.
It seems like you the only dumb simp around here, my boy. Your name is perfect for you, nobody.
In this religion, as long as you got money, you allowed to have as many wives. I guess 4. But you can have as many as you want, as long as you can take care of them, right? But is that not creating broken homes? I feel like this is a religion that men flock to because he did not give credit to the lady who helped him pen the book. He could not read or write. His wife, Khadijah, was 20 years older than him. Then I see black men saying they're a Muslim. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that in the comments? I want to hear everybody's opinion because this is a very serious matter to me, because as I travel the world, it was a lot easier to pull off retrievals in America. I get outside the country, all of these religious fucking beliefs all lead to Muslims and Islam. And I'm like, man, look, I'm gonna have to kill them. You feel me? Because they gonna try to kill me. I was gonna travel to Mauritania to try to combat these open slave markets where I'm seeing young women get sold, all with melanated skin. And due to tribalism, armed militia groups, I was warned against that. The U.S. Embassy wouldn't even approve my visa to travel there. And they cited my social media beliefs.
Wow.
Think about that. So I want to ask y'all, keep in mind, every time the angel Gabriel, over 100 times in the Bible, when he showed himself, he said, "Fear not, for I am a servant of the Lord." Muhammad had to go talk to a Christian man.
That's fallen angel tech without a doubt, bro.
To even understand what happened to him. He didn't even trust the words of his wife. That's how I know he changed the story. What y'all think about that?
I'm gonna let artillery go because y'all don't want to know what I think of that.
No.
Push him into the fire. All right.
I mean, I say what I think. That is pretty.
That's the whole image of it.
Across the world. Why would an angel bring a book that does not coincide with the teachings of Jesus. Why is it that thousands of abduction reports are brought to MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network, that takes account and they document every time somebody calls in and said the gray aliens that you can find in your Apple emojis abducted? I'm speaking to this guy, and conversation comes up where people say, yeah, I called out for Jesus and they left me alone. This guy says, yeah, no big deal. The aliens don't like Jesus.
See what I'm saying? That's why my community fuck with me. I don't talk about shit like I ain't doing my research on. Like, I don't watch this shit before. I've never seen this interview before. I just be what I talk about. I know about it. If I don't know about it, I'm not fucking talking about it.
What the fuck?
What?
That's what he said. And it's documented. You can fact check this. Why would he say that?
You hope I find my path or he find his path. Which one? And why are either one of us go off our path? What makes you think that? Or what makes you think that you're on your path? And not even being sarcastic.
What's really going on? What's really going on? In my opinion, a demon brought Muhammad this information. Why would an all-seeing force give an illiterate man with a 6-year-old wife the religion to lead the world?
If you think this and ancient aliens is one and the same, that's unfortunate. But divulging too much time in anything is unfortunate. So I don't really understand your point here either. I'm at work right now. Everybody else, we get entertained. We're watching this content. It's Thursday. What you doing?
It took him 23 years to produce the first Quran. He did not even write it himself. Show me one hadith. Show me one hadith that counteracts anything that I said. The Prophet Muhammad said, in your house, you have one bed for you, and you have one bed for you and your wife.
Nah, you watching YouTube. I'm on YouTube. It's a difference, brother. No disrespect at all. It's a difference. Me and you are not the same.
You have one bed for a guest, and you have one bed for the devil. This is what he said. This is in the book. Why would a man prepare a bed for the devil in his home where his children and his wife live? That bed is there in case he wants to cheat and rig the game. That's what it's there for. Think about this. What kind of man is bowing down to anything outside to the needs of what he has created? Why would a man need to say a prayer 5 times?
This is the most ignorant thing you've heard a man say about Islam? How so? Because I've said the same sentiments about it. These are when people come to me and they have, narratives or ideologies that they will feel very strong about their religion, which I have no problem with my Muslim brothers. They own Ramadan right now. Shalom. Shout out to them. Wallahi. You hear me? But it's also shit I don't disagree with. If you don't stand for anything, if you don't stand for nothing, you're going to fall for anything. So these are all facts that he's saying. Nothing he's saying is not factual. So how is this the most ignorant thing he's speaking about Islam? How is this the most ignorant? And if you tell me why, and you communicate a better reason, and then I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna agree with you. But it's not about, bro, like having feelings about it. It's about what's right and what's wrong. Fuck whatever happened in the middle, bro. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Fuck how we got there.
A day to an all-seeing force. If you were a demon and you had to siphon off people's,
it's just people got these attachments to these indoctrinations that they didn't have. Of course, you're going to feel some type of way about something that your daddy been teaching you since you was 4 years old. When somebody tell you that your daddy is wrong, of course, you're going to feel some type of way. It's understandable. It's going to be a process. The facts still remain the facts. The nigga still had a 9-year-old wife. The facts still are the facts. The nigga couldn't read or write. The facts still are the facts. It took the nigga 23 years to make one passage of the book. The facts are the facts. It is what it is, bro. I didn't make the facts.
Fear and spookism, you might be jealous.
That's true.
And once again, I'm not telling anybody what's right or wrong. I'm just laying out information. It's my job just to be an independent journalist and lay down both sides of the information. It's 3 sides to a story. It's always going to have some type of narrative to be able to push the side that you want to. So we're going to lay them all out and figure out the truth in the middle. No bias there. So you can't get mad or attach emotion to the facts that's actually there. It just is what it is. We can't help nothing that it is what it is already, bro.
That's true.
Weak men
We can't change it. Like, these are nothing we're talking about we can change.
always running.
You can't change that he had a 9-year-old wife. There's nothing that you can do about it. I can bring it up 100,000 times, and there's nothing that you can do that will make that not true. There will be nothing that you can do that will make Muhammad be able to read and write. Nothing that you can do that can change that fact.
Running groups and packs.
Always.
Weak men always want the escape.
And I don't even dislike the religion. I don't even care. I don't have a dog in the fight. Doesn't matter to me. It truly doesn't matter.
They always want the easy way out.
Always.
Christianity is a tough religion to follow. Simply because
this is why African Americans aren't taken seriously in theology or history. The individual speaking has a degree in theology and was impressive enough and esteemed enough to speak at the Vatican. So 1, you don't know what you're talking about. 2, I'm not an African American. Get that right first. Shout out to my moms in the building. If you think Black Americans are lost, you still are lost. Over 77% of the child crimes are done by Caucasian men. Damn, I didn't even want to bring that up, bro. I didn't even want to bring that up. People don't even know you're most prone to be done violence to by the same color of your own skin. White people are more likely to get done violence to by white people, and Black people are the same. But for that PDF shit, over 76% of PDFs that go on is Caucasian. Niggas gotta fix that shit. That number right there, that shit gotta change. That shit gotta stop. Well, anything else, like when that old school thing, white women used to walk across the street when they see Black people and clutch their purse. Nah, we walk across the street. We don't want to be with you. We don't want to be next to y'all.
you have to crush all of your worldly needs and adhere by the scripture. One of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not commit adultery.
I don't know what you talking about, John. You talking about anything in agreement with a tromo? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. 77% of crimes are committed by white males. Yeah, I just said that. I said that community needs to get a fucking fix on that. Like I don't harp on statistics and shit like that. But that one right there, because I don't like divisive shit. We stronger together, you feel me? We are stronger together. So 99% versus the 1. But that is the one battle that the Caucasian race has to face. 77% overall of PBF crimes happen by white men. That shit, y'all got to do something about that shit. Y'all got to cut that shit out. We can't do nothing about it. All the other shit, we can talk shit about each other and we can do all the other shit. But that shit, y'all got to do something about that shit. And right on, bro. Right on for the blessings. I appreciate it. I don't take nothing lightly. Dead homies. I do this shit every night. I'm on every night and drop 2 videos a day.
Think about that. In those times, in Islam, you could marry a 9-year-old girl, and if you found out that she was given...
Hold on, let me make sure I got one. Rise and Shine said blessings. Right on, brother. You know, the cast, the more we talk about it, it does seem true because the more generation, the more yeah, okay. I got you. For sure, rise and shine. We got love for every race in here. We stronger together, bro. We all need each other. Everything damn near created was to be divisive. We way more similar than not alike, bro. Way more similar.
She had a crush on another 9-year-old boy. She could be stoned to death.
That's insane.
And that's not a problem for anybody. My problem with Islam is they have weaponized the religion. They don't hold.
I'm in here just loving the sinners and the fake saints. I don't know what he mean by that, but I'm not mad at that comment.
Themselves accountable. And part of their religion is oppression of another person.
Period.
In the Quran, it says, if your woman is disobedient, you shall strike her. They call it flogging in the caliphate. They call it flogging in places where there's Sharia law.
Nah, everybody got their opportunity to come across how they want their perspective on and their narrative to come across. We all ain't gotta agree on nothing. We just don't gotta have emotions tied to shit. As long as we're not disrespecting nobody. But after reading all the shit like that, right? Man, this is an honest question. How do people feel comfortable about like being a part of that religion? Like, and I'm hella serious. I'm not talking shit. I'm not talking no shit. There's no shit. There's none of that. Like, after reading, like, and knowing, like, these things that are not maybes, that are, like, how do you feel comfortable, like, writing? Like, what are you supposed to say when a nigga like me brings shit like this up? Or anybody in the world bring it up? I'm confused. Like, seriously, like, hella, I'm hella serious. I'm very, very humbly coming with this question right now.
Women could not drive in the Middle East until 2015.
Is it just because like niggas just been taught it? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got some friends I could ask myself, and I'm gonna ask some niggas. And I think it's just because lack of knowledge. I don't even think they know.
Damn.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
And I was out there. They wasn't letting me do nothing. They wasn't letting them do nothing, bro. I saw that shit.
Why would a fair God who loves us all? How could a fair God who loves us all equally?
Yeah, they weren't even allowed to
give a
speak
religion to a man who
they would stand and only the men would talk. Yeah.
How is it that the majority of the prophets in the Quran are either Christian or Jewish? He got all of this information to put together these books through these people who were not Muslim.
I think he just wanted a part of history. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know what the situation or what the dynamics were of how he got his following. Maybe y'all can enlighten me. But I'm not sure right now how anybody reads these things or has knowledge of this information and follows this religion professedly. like and professes this religion like prophetically, like, yeah, this it right here. On everything I love, just the one. Dead homie. Clip that.
In the Quran, in the beginning of the Quran, alcohol was allowed. Toward the end of the Quran, it became completely abolished. In a book, they say it's perfect. It seems like somebody was making things up as they went along.
I agree.
Did you know that in the Jewish religion?
So if I was like West Us or something, I would kill that with, okay, so the Dead Sea Scrolls and the other writings of, I believe the book of Isaiah, 1,000 years apart, and they were written verbatim, not a word, not a letter, not a capital, not a lowercase was changed or altered. Everything was word for word exactly the same. And in one book, it got changing and opposing ideas. Oh yeah, that killed that right there.
When a young boy reaches a certain age, he has to get a circumcision. Part of this
most religions have nothing to do with God. They have everything to do with control. Or if you say a religion, but that's a fact. Right on the nose, buddy.
Circumcision, the rabbi
Piglet
has to put his mouth on a freshly circumcised penis and to inhale blood into his mouth. What the?
Hey man, I said the same thing.
See, he's dangerous. He got a degree in theology. He's read about over 100 religions. He knows shit that we will never, ever know about religions in our whole life expectancy time, ever. We will never know shit he'll forget about religion. He knows some egregious shit, I'm sure. And after reading all of it, that's why he got this mindset that a lot of it is full of nonsense.
Here's my question.
I'm glad I've seen this. The pushback of the interview was meant to happen because now I'm about to come. Never was going to get at it, but now my narrative and my questions are going to be directed a little different towards CC during the interview. Now that I heard this, it just changes shit a little bit. I got a little more knowledge of where his acclimate is at, mental is at.
How is it? I'm waiting for some.
Because this is the most passionate thing I've ever heard him talk about. He never gets this passionate. So we're gonna bring out the monster CC. We're gonna poke the bear.
Somebody in the comments to chime in, you feel me? Because I'm not just picking on Islam. My next live,
Well, it seemed like it's CC, and we're gonna test that. But shout out to Off the Grid for show, for subbing up to the channel. I love y'all lives for sure. I'm gonna drop a reaction to y'all. I don't know what happened. I edited it and then it like magically deleted. I don't know. When we be doing this type of content, weird shit be happening with technology. I promise you. Ask anybody who do this kind of content.
I'm getting into Christianity. You feel me? Because a lot of this shit came from the Enuma Elish. There are 15 different religions with the same story, basically.
Period.
Yeah. The only thing common is there was a flood.
Mm-hmm. Even if you name the Elijah Muhammad part, the prophet Elijah Muhammad part, you could compare that whole cave scene just to him getting the word the same way as Moses got the tablets. It's just the same coincidental story, just different times and with a different use. So
all leading up to Horus and Osiris.
Set all of them. They all got a junction. The only people that sound different would be like the book you said earlier, like Enoch being left out. Whole different book. That's the book that I understand that gave you the tools and the arts. That's why I understand why the people in certain levels or classism, they're using dark arts to stay ahead and keep people asleep. It's that simple.
That's what they classify as the Dead Sea Scrolls, right?
In our skin, there is something called an allele.
Mm-hmm.
Your alleles is what determines your pigment. Right?
Right.
True fact.
The reason I'm harsh on black people or black men when I'm on my crusade is because if the Bible is geographically correct, that means
that's in Africa.
I mean, niggas killed Jesus, the Son of God. Nigga who turned water to wine.
Ooh, we might have to. I don't even know if I might end it on that. That was cold. I'm like, we don't get a little more of that. Why was the Book of Enoch banned? So the Book of Enoch did not make the canon. The process of any scripture being put into the Bible has to go into the canon. It has to go through the form of being canonized, whatever that process is. Google it. It's a lot of books that didn't make it. It's like 40 other books that didn't make it. The only Bible that has the complete set of all books, like the Book of Mormon, a few other books as well. Also, the Book of Enoch is made of 3 books. People think it's just one. It's made of 3 books total. So it was never banned. It just didn't make the canon because they said it wasn't direct writing from God. It wasn't the direct word from God. That's why I didn't make the canon.
Walked on water.
But of course, always do your own research.
The niggas killed them. Beat this. There were no white humans on the earth until 7,000 years ago.
Facts.
They showed up in an area in Scandinavia. What group is that? The Vikings. They were giant, huge, aggressive white dudes. They showed up 7,000 years ago in an area in Scandinavia. This is documented. This is scientific fact. Until 7,000 years ago, there was no white humans on the earth. Why is it that this group of people is able to organize themselves better than everybody else? They have a heightened sense of urgency. This is the only group that has colonized every continent on the planet. Where they come from, none of the natural resources exist that they have to go look for.
Yeah, I think
we're gonna stop right there. Also, it damn near almost makes it seem like they really weren't meant to be here because there's the source that we get power from damn near unalives them, the sun. So we're gonna have to dive deep into that topic. 7,000 years ago is just a drop in the bucket of history. We're gonna keep watching a little more. Everybody double tap that screen, hit that like button. We're gonna let them get it off.
Think the need to.
I drop 2 videos a day. Make sure y'all go run on my compilations. I go deeper into things like this.
You know, for us to be the first people, we have to acknowledge we're the first liars, we're the first thieves, we're the first. It's a lot of firsts that come along with it.
That's real.
Heightened sense of urgency, and we're gonna demand a certain amount of respect because we come from a hostile environment. These people not in a rush to do shit.
Oh.
The way they take so long, grocery store, we be like, hey. And after seeing these people, I say, man, you know, if you was the remnants of a master race that got impacted by a global cataclysm, this would be them. And we got to put some things into some real perspective because all 3 of us have certain things in common. You know, I'm not going to reveal a lot of things, but all of us have ran the streets. You know, there was a time in our life when we was on some gangster shit. You know, there was a time in our life where, you know, we didn't have a problem with violence.
Okay, we're going to end it after this. I want to see where CC going with this. All right.
Why do you think, and this is all sticking to topic, why do you think music has such an influence between and amongst these demonic entities?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you.
I'm not sure if CC want to do it live. He said he want to do it Cam Capone style, and I'm not sure what that means. He said he want to. I don't know if that means he want to do a series or what, but he want to do it Cam Capone style. And I'm ready for whatever CC want to do. The part that you got to have your notifications on is on your phone part. You can have your notifications on YouTube, but you got to turn your YouTube notifications on your phone.
Well said. I love y'all. Peep this.
That's yeah. Like that spin out.
What do we know about being in the streets? If y'all agree to this, just do a salute. Oftentimes, niggas think they bigger than the program.
That's a lifestyle. Man.
Now listen. In the Christian Bible, God killed more people than the devil, than Satan himself. You know why?
We're going there?
Because they thought they was bigger than the program. Sodom and Gomorrah got turned into salt and limestone because they felt like we bigger than God, nigga. We them niggas, nigga.
Yeah. It ain't really what you're doing. It's just the blasphemous of anything. It's just, oh, you think you bigger than me.
Hey, shout out to Todd Jones. Todd Jones, I like how you said that because you're absolutely right. Music was supposed to be used as a form of worship and praise and bringing it to earth in the realm.
They spend the most money on their choir every year.
Yeah.
The universe is built on.
Hey, Messenger, you're for sure on point. You're for sure on point. And that's why I said I want to divulge into it because there is a lot. I don't. Maybe he's talking about the race, not like a Neanderthal or. Yeah, I got to go deeper into that. Oh shit, we got
sound, light, and frequency.
That's facts.
In
all of those, everything
monks,
is a frequency, actually. Yeah.
Exactly. The Buddhist monks were able to transcend by using their bodies to make a vibrational hum that allowed them to levitate.
Just like bees. Bees don't fly. Scientifically and mathematically, bees cannot fly. But they match a frequency with their wings vibration with the earth that allows them to levitate. Bees could go through a hurricane wind and still stay and fly straight because they're not affected by air or wind or anything. That doesn't affect them. They're flying on frequency. Crazy.
The same core principles Nikola Tesla used, the same core principles that they used to levitate granite.
Yeah.
If you wanted to trap a group of people, you keep them with a limited amount of science, a limited amount of information, and now you have enslaved them to do your bidding. How can an angel show up to an illiterate man who was polygamous with a 6-year-old wife?
He is never let that 6-year-old get away.
World. If he didn't go speak to Warwicker, a Christian man, and his wife Khadijah, he would not have known what happened to him. What did he do? What do niggas do? Yeah, bro, man, it was like 10 of them niggas, man. They beat me up, they stomped me out, and he lost a fight to one guy.
Think about it. He showed up to the door with shit all over.
All I'm saying is
he had to explain that shit.
All I'm saying is history was written by the best group of murderers.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
Point blank.
Facts.
And painters and poets.
Here's the
yeah.
Nah, they just had the poets say what they wanted them to say.
Facts, because
Shout
These
out to fucking Shakespeare. Shakespeare is the fucking legend. Shit. We ain't gonna do that though. Not today. Shit.
In our community, we always say game is to be sold, not told. We gatekeep information. We keep it to our chest. We don't burn libraries.
We just don't say it.
We take the library home with us, and we charge everybody to see it. Once the white human got here, they burned libraries.
We all on the Ethiopian Bible. Jamal, join the community, baby boy.
Why would you burn libraries? If a demon sent you, if somebody genetically modified a group of people or brought you here from somewhere else, because in my opinion, I feel like racism started on another planet. Because how can you have such disdain for somebody that you only been here 7,000 years? Joe McGonigal, the head remote viewer for the CIA, declassified documents that are on ciagov.com. Joe McGonigal remote viewed a location on Mars 1 million years ago. He said their planet experienced a cataclysm.
And everybody who thinks that remote viewing shit is fake, I had a hard time conceptualizing myself, just like with quantum realms and everything else. Our brain has a hard time conceptualizing things like that. A lot of people talk a lot of shit about Robert Monroe. They say he was getting high and all the other shit. But you cannot deny the shit that these niggas be doing. They get handed an envelope with some numbers on there, and they go to a location and are extremely accurate, like they're there with sonar and fucking radar, or like they have or like they got Google Maps and they just clicked on it or something. Like, I don't know, you can't deny that. That's the only thing you can't deny. Now, is everybody telling the truth? Have discernment, but it's factuality to all this shit for sure. That's why I'm glad I got a partner like BH. And we wasn't partners at first.
Some of them
we were about to take each other's head off, dead on.
Then we're going to stay on the planet and die. The rest we're going to go to a nearby planet. That's why you see pyramids on Mars. The same pyramids we see here. How is it that a group of people whose DNA only goes...
Definitely hit that like button for me. Double tap the screen. It will help way more than you think. Hit that like button for me. That's not able to even have these lives in the first place. Drop 2 videos a day, give you all this information. Hit that like button for me. Double tap the screen. I would appreciate it.
Goes back 7,000 years, who are documented for whitewashing history. Napoleon Bonaparte, him and his army shot the noses off of statues they encountered as they traversed the world. How can you hate something that you never saw before? It's almost as if where somebody came from, they was getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, homie.
And now you got to deal with them again. The same shit that just ran.
I ain't never heard this theory. I ain't never heard this narrative. This interview from like 4 or 5 days ago. I'm glad I heard it before. I'm glad that Big Homie CC interview got pushed back, because I got some more shit for him for sure. Okay, we're gonna take it there. We're gonna take it there, killer.
Ring you the fuck off.
Now wait a second.
I've never heard this narrative before. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not saying it makes sense. I just like inquiring about shit.
Here too?
Because certain shit make a little sense. Like, why do niggas hate niggas so much? Like, what is the biological? Because there is no psychological reason for it. That reasonable explanation. There has to be a biological. It has to be like Yeah. And this ain't no disrespect to nobody, being honest.
And that ain't suspicious to nobody.
And they got a name for them too. They said they was tall with long blonde hair and blue eyes. Carter said they come from the Palladium system.
That's the same group of people that
Like, why does Nibiru keep coming up? Like, and I don't know if the Anunnaki are the good or the bad, or who they actually were, if they were the Watchers. I don't know who the fuck they were. There's a lot of information out there. I don't know what the truth is. I just know I know a lot of information about all this shit. And you can ask me a lot of questions with my cerebellum. This shit know a lot. With that being said, this shit makes a lot of sense. What tripped me out the most, though, and got me the most bewildered, is the hollow moon. That shit tripped me out, what the moon really is, and why the craters don't go deeper than certain diameters and shit. That shit throw me off. But this shit that CC got me on right now, this is top 5 for me for sure, because this makes a lot of sense. The government has a real vested interest in making you think the shit that you know and see with your own pupils is not true. Nah, that's just a mirage. Oh, you're not seeing 3 suns in the sky. Oh, you didn't see that. That's not true. Nah, that's called that. We're not doing cloud. We're not doing CS. We're not doing none of that. You just seeing shit. Like they real good at that. So this shit, I don't know. When shit makes sense, it makes sense. And I'm not saying it's right either.
Adolf Hitler encountered when he was working with a
like how did I'm still stuck on how the fuck, excuse my language, Mr. Double H, I can think I say his name now, Abe the Hitman. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the Hitman. He was the Times Magazine Man of the Year before he went on his rampage. You don't go from the Times Man of the Year to the individual he ended up being without there being some intervention. What the intervention was, I have no freaking clue. But something took place that doesn't make sense. Unless I'm tripping and my sensors of sense is off. My discernment is off. If my discernment is off and that makes sense to y'all, and it makes sense that Yankee Stadium in 1923 was built in 250 days on horseback and buggy, if that makes sense to y'all, then I'm the nigga that's tripping.
With a group called the Vril. The Vril was a secret society.
Yep. It's a bunch of reptilian niggas, the Vril.
Actually, it's 4 sons. The last 2 months in 4 to 5 different countries, Argentina, so 2 or 3 places in America. It has been in India. It has been filmed 4 suns, not sun glares, because there was also 4 sun glares. 4 suns. Allegedly.
They introduced.
I got it in my compilation, as a matter of fact. Y'all go start looking at my videos. I don't think they're coming up in the algorithm yet because I just changed my niche. But these videos I got, they own my channel for y'all. They are there for y'all. They don't got no views, but I'm dropping them.
Introduced him to these Nordics. Now, mind you,
I need y'all to go run up the last 10 videos I dropped. Hit that like button so the algorithm know that this is what we own. That this is what I'm changing my channel to. I can't make the switch without y'all. Yo, the channel for sure gonna die.
Whistleblower David Grush testified in front of Congress that there's a group called the Nordics who are a couple centuries ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
A couple centuries?
Mm-hmm. Centuries is crazy.
That's very crazy.
That's a couple hundreds for those who don't know what century means. Yeah.
Why is it that on Forbes.com?
Hey, you know what? That's a good question. Blix Baron, that's a good question. That a lot of people ask that question. What am I supposed to do with this information? You're supposed to know that you've been lied to, bro. You're supposed to disassociate from all that bullshit, all that. You're supposed to go to college. You're supposed to do what the system say. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do what you want to do, bro. That's what you do with this information. You learn to do your own research and not listen to nobody, not even your mama, not even take her word for bond. That's what you do with this information, bro. You learn that the truth you thought was the truth, you really don't know nothing. That's what you do with this information. And if you don't want to do that, then just take the blue pill. And that's cool too. But red pill ain't for everybody, you feel me? Everybody don't want to know. Everybody really don't want to know. Dead homies. Some people will rather just not know. Some people will rather watch NBC and CBS instead of watch Global, you feel me? Or watch Dre OG or somebody like that. Or the Collective.
The Iran space chief said
which is fine. I don't dislike nobody.
all white space aliens control America. That's on Forbes.com. You can fact check that. Why is he saying that?
Hey, SR, I don't even think the research will set everybody free, because you see it's been a couple of people who I done gave all the game and it's not made for them. They not ready to take it yet. Hey, what's going on with my 9 ether down move? We went into some dark waters tonight for sure. You probably should want to run it back just a little bit. About to get off in a minute, but we for sure got into some dark waters. It's a nigga over here called Jet Ski Chuck. He is a square, but I fuck with him.
The Lowrians are another species to talk.
You know a lot.
Talk about.
Here's the problem with that though. Because in my investigations, these beings lie.
Yep. All deceptive. All of them are deceptive. From the grays onto the tall ones, all deceptive.
Why would a superior
superpower under occupation? I don't understand what that means.
Species tell you the truth?
Exactly. To you.
If you told them the truth, whenever a superior species on this planet encounters an inferior species, what do we see? Genocide.
Well, this is how I look at it. This is how I look at that aspect, BH. I look at, like, a lot of people want to give outer dimensional or interstellar beings the plight of being, aggressive or angry. When I look at it simple, if I know I've been here longer than you and I'm older than you, then y'all are children. So I look at that at an aspect of you. It's no different from you going to the playground as a human being, male or female, and you finna cross these kids. You're not gonna have the mentality or the attitude to be offended by the children or to be disrespected by them. So imagine an alien who done passed Earth for 1 million years. You know what I'm saying? And now he laying here and he like, you think he angry just because he looking at you like a child, like, or an ant. The same way you walk past an ant, a roach, a butterfly, that's how they doing. They doing the same thing. Same way if a fly landed on your arm. You gonna swat it. You're not gonna say, oh, look at this cute little fly. Look at the wings on it. You're not gonna do that shit.
But if you were a demon,
boom, you're gonna destroy everything.
You would kill and murder children. You would kill and murder that butterfly and fly.
You're gonna kill everything. You're gonna set everything on fire. That burns everything. That burns the dirt. Fire burns the dirt and all. Like, you hate creation to want to set shit on fire.
So
hey, I'm not gonna let what he said slide. If the geographical positions of the biblical times are correct, then he is true. Niggas killed Jesus. But niggas don't want to hear that though.
This furthermore leads to my point. Why would a superior, all-seeing being give an illiterate man who was broke a book, a man who couldn't read? He had to press this man against the cave walls until he almost died to get him to even try to read.
Damn.
This is the man. This is the man that God sent the angel Gabriel to, who did not say, fear not. He did not say, I am a servant of the Lord. That's not what Muhammad said.
He said, read, nigga.
But if you was a man down on your luck, you 20 years old with a 40-year-old wife and a 6-year-old wife.
Man, that's gonna hit for a minute. I ain't gonna lie, DMFD.
And your ambition.
I ain't gonna lie. When I charge my phone, the first thing I'm gonna do is hit that nigga about it. Definitely. My bad. We're gonna have that convo off camera, but we're gonna have it on camera too. But yeah, I gotta holler. And no, I don't drink. That's just a cup. I don't partake in liquor or meat for 20 years, over 20 years. No particular reason why.
It's just to be the man. And you're using dark magic and witchcraft to try to propel yourself ahead. In a cave, not a monastery, not a church. Why didn't he build a mosque first? Why didn't this angel?
Why did he build an altar? Why did he build an altar?
Why didn't he build an altar? You know why he didn't build an altar? Because he didn't put together the rest of the information to know he had to make a sacrifice. Fucking read.
He sacrificed himself in that cave.
He had to give up something.
Oh, I know exactly what he gave up in that cave.
He gave up that, and he had to go get that 6-year-old wife.
Man, that boy got done like that 6-year-old girl.
Fold now.
Yeah, and that's what people be so angry about. I'm glad I corrected BH about that. But yeah, we're gonna have to eat that. We're gonna have all even lead back to the Draconian royal family. But y'all wanna watch the rest of the interview? With the lights set, we can watch the rest of the interview with the lights
Man, sorry for the little woman, man. Sorry for the little being. But I mean, but
everybody don't play with the algorithm. If you came across this channel, you might as well bang that like button. I go live every night, and I drop 2 compilations of the hardest information like this every day.
It sucks that women gotta go through that, bro. Even in time, even just the kings and how they had to give away their daughters and just things of that nature. Just that sucks how women.
They made covenants with non-human intelligence in exchange for power. The scripture says, bring me sacrifices, worship me, and we will do your bidding.
Facts. That's true.
That's what it says. Why is Lady Gaga on the...
We get to 50 likes, we can keep it going. We get to 50 likes, we can keep it going. We can bang the 50 likes out. We can get to 50 likes. Everybody just double tap the screen. If not, I'll be here tomorrow for episode 127.
The Jimmy Kimmel show saying she swears to Lucifer.
Bro, and they doing it. They got the hand signals down packed. They saying it verbatim. It's insane.
Why does Lil Uzi Vert have a song called Satan Shit? I'm really enjoying it. I'm really digging this Satan shit. Why is that?
They zesty.
Why did Vladimir Putin ban the Church of Satan all throughout Russia? Why did he do that? Because if you work for the dark arts, if you provide them certain things to feed their energy and their dark forces, they will do your bidding.
That's a fact.
Where do we go as a species where your religion allows you to oppress, murder, rape, kill, and then you go into heaven waiting on with 1,000 virgins waiting for you. It sounds like the ultimate cop-out for guys who run away from responsibility. It sounds like the ultimate cop-out for dudes who say, you know what, I'm not going to do shit. I'm not going to make myself valuable. I'm not going to add intelligence to myself so I can lead. I'm going to take it by force.
It's not like a bunch of weak men who care about another man's thought of them.
And what does that mean? Idol worship, idolatry.
That is idol worship. You should worship no man.
So I'm going to ask y'all right now, using God logic, because we the gods.
Facts.
Would you give an illiterate man the book and the religion to lead the world if he had not made himself accountable enough to be able to be successful enough to even own his own business? He had to go speak to Waraka, a Christian, and depend on his wife, Khadijah, to even understand what happened to him. But the problem is, people use witchcraft to jump the line.
Yeah, yeah.
So when that demon shows up to help you jump the line, he didn't pick you, you called him.
Yeah, you summoned
So
him,
now
actually.
he got to give your dumb ass this book because you called him. It took him 20...
It's one of those all publicity is good publicity in this line of work, sir. Regardless of who did it, I'm here. And yeah.
Even if he was a demon and he was summoned by a fool, would you send him off? Or would you give him the religion to lead the world?
I'm wondering how to begin with this illiterate man even knew the sense to channel me to begin with.
Here's the thing. They practice witchcraft.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's like you grow up with it. It's like, nah, you're not a hair tech, but if everybody braid hair in your family, you're gonna braid hair. The point of contact was needed to be made.
And that's exactly how Islam spread, like a virus. But that's not who I asked to answer this question. Because all three of us can admit there was a time in our life when we was on demon time.
Man, listen, man. Listen, man, I know that nigga over there, man.
On demon. We had zero tolerance for bullshit. That's why when that demon showed up in that cave, he slapped the shit out of Muhammad, choked his ass out, and said, read.
Yeah, it's like, man, if you get the fuck out of my face, I don't get out bed, but at least it's 100. Like, the fuck is you doing? Why you calling me, bro?
If you was an angel, if a moron is calling you, are you showing up?
Nah. Shit, even Jacob got his ribs broke fucking around.
So what does this mean? He made some type of sacrifice in that cave to get this entity to show up.
As they say.
He didn't even, he had to talk to a Christian man and his wife Khadijah to even understand what happened to him. If they didn't tell him what happened, he would have told everybody. He was afraid. He was in fear. He was in shock. He ran to his wife and said, "Comfort me, for I have been attacked."
I know if you look at anything in that Bible, if you go back to anything in that scripture, no matter what, if God called anybody, they were competent, bro. To anybody you think about, them, they were competent. From even people like Ruth, even from Ruth to Samson, on up to Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, on up to the New Testament to Saul, Paul of Tarsus. Same thing, bro. That nigga was killing Christians. And God said, nah, I like him. He needs to come kill for me. So why would he go use a dummy in the cave when he came to a man on a horse in front of people in the daylight?
That's my question.
Yeah.
And when I confront Muslims about this, they don't even tell me their interpretation. They don't mention none of the hadiths also. They just tell me what the book says. They say that the book is perfect. It has no contradictions. But in the beginning of the Quran, it says that alcohol is allowed. Toward the end, it is completely abolished and forbidden. How is this a perfect book?
For sure. But hadiths are also considered true scripture as well. Hadiths are just considered scripture. They for sure go by the hadiths. So I don't know. That's not correct. That don't make sense. Just as anybody, and this is no disrespect, as a knowing and true believer and fighting for the religion, for that religion in particular, knowing that, what are your arguments against that? Or are there none? Or do you just be like, oh, that's BS? And I'm not on either side. I'm just asking.
And they kind of a lot of them run off the perfect book thing just because they.
What do I think of nuns? I don't speak on nothing I don't know in depth about, bro. I really don't know anything about nuns. I know they're a part of the Catholic religion. I don't know the part that they play. Just know that they're part of Catholicism. I know they don't play. They don't play a part in exorcism. I haven't heard that in any stories. I haven't heard a nun performing doing any duties in the exorcism in real life. So I'm not educated yet, bro. I got to go down the rabbit hole.
They feel because it hasn't
Thank you for that.
Been tampered with, or it's still in the form it was written in. They consider it the holiest book.
Nuns rule. Explain.
That's their version of perfect, more than if it's contradictions like.
FBA, this ain't an FBA channel, bro. This ain't an FBA channel. I don't associate with none of that shit. Nor do I put my energy or frequency into any of that. Foundational, whatever. Yeah, that's cool. That's nice. I like to include people.
When I talk to a lot of them, it's no one's ever messed with this since it was made. This is how it is, and that's what they just feel is enough. So
don't forget that nobody can tell you one person.
Yeah,
it took him 20 years to get one version of it. There's a place called Teotihuacan. It's an ancient pyramid complex. These people, thousands of years ago, mastered acoustics.
Mm-hmm.
You could stand anywhere in this complex and you could speak from any point, and 250,000 people could hear you. They did this thousands of years ago.
Yeah, the first concept of the amphitheater.
Exactly. In the book of Enoch, it says that fallen angels gave us technology.
Yep.
This is why King James removed this out of the Bible. This is why it only exists in the oldest Bible that exists, which is the Ethiopian Bible. And it also says in biblical text that Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub is the ruler of this world.
Yep.
He is the ruler of this world. That's very clear. It says that.
Yep.
So I'm
shout out to everybody in the community. Appreciate everybody who was their first time tapping in tonight. Please fix your microphone. Your voice is muffled. Yeah, bro. I'm not even going. I'm gonna get that to you, Tony Davis. My shit broke 2 days ago. I gotta get a new soundboard and I gotta get a new microphone. So I don't even have a microphone right now, bro. So you got that one. I'm just doing it up for the people. But that was episode 127. Shout out to the global community. I am Cash, capital K, $ for the S. You already know. I'll be here tomorrow, same place, same time, same space. Drop the compilation for y'all. Make sure y'all go run that up and hit that hype button on it. Get me in the algorithm. You know we stronger together. One person will never know anything, but as a collective, we for sure can figure it all out with no problem. You hear me? With that being said, I am your intellectual street YouTuber, Cash, capital K. That was fun for this every time. Shout out my mods, appreciate my people. Shout out my Damu, my 9 Ethers. Over, appreciate everybody that's ever been in the community. We can agree to disagree, you feel me, and still be booed. I don't mean anything. Thank you,
Run that shit. That ain't good enough for me. Had you all night long trapping for weeks. Baby mama handling my business all through these. Can't take no for answer cause I'm a king. Used to reward myself every month by grabbing a piece. I'm backing in the park at the lake, finding my peace. You getting used to being broke, I'm getting used to eating. Phone doing numbers like Curry do at the 3-point. Set you some goals to go achieve them. Believe it or not, best idea is yours. You gotta believe. Ain't shit for freaking up your ass, take a swing. Don't feel comfortable eating shit in the morning if I ain't make no cheating. If I run into my old math teacher, I might do.
I appreciate y'all, but more than anything, I need y'all to go run up the videos I just dropped. I need y'all to go let YouTube know that that's in the algorithm. We fucking with them. Y'all go run them up for me. Shout out to the community. Best channel on YouTube, the Mafia.
And at the end of the night, pouring good cup, counting cheese. And every day I leave the house, pockets on E. Run it up, stuff it away, and keep repeating. Work like a dog, so enjoy myself over the weekend. Nigga, we eating. I said, nigga, we eating. Just mash all my thoughts together and start to believe it. Oh shit, yeah, we eating. Thank the Lord, we fighting, we eating. Just mash all my thoughts together, start to believe it. Just put 2 and 2 together, make 6. Oh, I can't believe it.